working? Okay. That is working. That is good. Das gut. So last time we made steel production pretty good. And today I don't know what we're doing really. Probably more stuff along the line of steel production. But we'll see. So yes, steel production exists. And now I need to figure out what kind of upgrades and things, or what could I do next. It's actually really cold right now. This is sad. I need more layers. So we're gonna process other things, like, so the different bedrock ores that we have, what are we processing next? Which of these is getting processed? I don't remember what I said. Well, probably not now. Heavy metal. Crystalline, and light metal and non-metal. Non-metal gives you all kinds of stuff. So non-metal is first sent through the same stuff, and you'll get the same kind of subset items. Yeah, these and these, and I don't know what those do, but we'll just take a look at them. Wash them straight away, you get 9 lignite. Non-metal bedrock ore can give you 36 coal. Or basically gives you 4 coal pieces. So this is one of the ones where it makes a lot of sense to process it smartly. It is essentially going to be processed the same way, through the same process, kind of. Let's see. So for non-metal, if I hit R again, non-metal. So when I send non-metal through this process, first step is washing. Then we're going to be on to the next thing. After we wash, we will add to the acidizer that will go. Or instead of centrifuging, I'm pretty sure you just do you just centrifuge combination oven, then to the acidizer, then we'll get on to the next thing, and that will be, boom, non-metal or sulfuric fraction, which is gonna split out into 2 of those primary fractions, and then this one gets acidized again with regular solvent, which gets you to the next step, which gets you these 3 things, and we continue down to the next phase where it gives you centrifuge it again. Well, actually, you acidize it again. Boom. And then from here, the very last product is going to be to actually acidize with hydrogen, if you have that. When you do that, as your final product, it's going to give you 64. 64. And then another crumb. And the crumbs give you 36. Yes. So, it starts out the same as what you'd expect for coal, bedrock ore, and yeah, that makes it a bit different for the thing. Oh my god. See, everybody is like, oh yeah, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. If everybody stops asking, I want this and I want that for the server, that's gonna be annoying. I figured out this was why your account went offline for a second. What? Oh, I don't know. Yo, it's a giant tree. Rare background sound can be heard. Yeah. There is some weird stuff going on right now. I'm not sure what those people are doing, but they're up and it's weird. But it's okay because they'll go to bed at some point. I think they've been up. Server stream win? I'm not going to stream the server. At least not yet. I am really excited to do this coal processing chain. It sounds really boring, though. It sounds really boring, guys, but I swear the coal processing chain will be interesting. Trust. Okay. So we're gonna put it in to this guy first. What does he do? Peroxide water. Water. Then to the machinist. Machine. Yep. Everybody keeps asking me for stuff on the server, like, oh, please add this, add that. I'm doing it later. Okay? They all can shut up or stop because it's unnecessary. It really is. Truly the most unnecessary stuff of all time. Alright, well, we're getting that process now, which is great. See, them asking me constantly makes me not want to do whatever they're wanting. So I'm just saying, if they keep asking me to do their stuff, I'm probably not gonna do it. Somebody tell them that, because I'm definitely not doing it right now either. So yeah, people ask me for too much. Just saying. This one needs to be the one. So that way, if I throw this in, it just goes through to that side, because it needs item and meta matches. Okay. Okay. Now I just need to figure it out from here. So this clearly goes into centrifuge. That's the obvious next step. So, boom. I'm gonna drop down into a centrifuge. Probably put the centrifuge right here. So connecting it's some kind of a problem, I think. If I do it that way. But if I don't do it that way, instead I do it this way, it will work better. Well, that's new. We're running low on sulfuric in the factory acidizer. Yeah, that's something we should do is if we connect the sulfuric to the sulfuric tank I have here, it should be fine. But the one in the factory needs to be supplied with a constant supply of sulfur. And I've cut off any connections with that. I don't know how that even connected to anything else in the first place. But we have 2 sulfuric acid production centers. One of them's not even connected to my central grid yet, so. And I want to deal with that today as well. It's a good reminder. Or try to pretend to deal with it. Pretend to deal with it. Now, one thing I wish I could do is fall into that stuff. Wonder what that feels like. Slop. Or slop. So we're going to set this to water. It's that first step, right? Water. Boom. When it does that, it's going to be amazing. So water pipes in through the back, probably. Let's see if there's any water piping. Solvent piping. Hell yeah. Solvent piping right there. Here's the water pipeline, and if I just were to do a little hook off of this right here, like this, that's my solvent pipeline in action. Then from there, it's all about just getting all my solvent pipes, or that's my water pipe in action. Nice. Then from there, it's just about getting this into that machine, and then getting it into a combination oven. Since the combination oven really is the biggest thing here, you know, you could use an arc furnace, but no, not unless you want to supply quantities of graphite or other materials, then no. Trying to keep it to a one piece or a one machine setup, not 10,000 machines are needed to set up this one machine so I can keep going, and then I have spent 20 hours doing it. So it will make it simpler and make it a lot better to watch, honestly. Although you all don't mind me making machines, but it's gonna take like 10 streams to do. If I set up another one of those for it, that would be absolutely terrible. Lots of people are asking me things right now. Okay, back to it. Okay, connecting the hopper from here to here. Good. It just needs power. That's easier to solve than not because the spaghetti's going on. Spaghetti. Spaghettisburg. Nice. Very nice. Why is it running out of power? That's actually pretty concerning. Didn't I hook it up to the main grid? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Christ almighty. Stop. Stop. Hey, we're running out of power. We are currently running out of power. I don't know what's going on. That's probably what's going on. MEP. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Why is it off? Is it this? No. Why aren't you running? Produce energy. Go. Go. What the hell? What the... But you know what's the problem is? It's not got a ignition. We must ignite it first. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the problem. Nice. That was it. And then they should be running absolutely splendid into this. But now I'm turning into British, and it's not good. Let's go back to doing things that make sense and aren't upside down and inverted. LES will work fine. LES actually gets us tantalum, so that's pretty nice. Nice to have tons of tantalum. I like tantalum because it's kind of a resource that was useful but no longer is. At least it was used for batteries or capacitors, which no longer are we gonna ever use those ones. So it is really changing its value a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. Where is my thing at? Man, I really wish they would shut up over there. They're too fucking loud. Also, every time you hear a beep, it's somebody on Discord, and it's going through my other machine, which actually does that. It beeps for Discord. It goes, doo-doo. Something like that. It sounds like that. Makes it sound like bing, bing, something like that. It's really weird. But that's okay. Shut up, people of Discord. You all suck. Please be quiet. This time. We're just trying to get a good HBM stream this morning. And then I'm gonna go execute my next plan. I don't know what that'll be, but we'll see. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Ah. Let's go here. Figuring things out. Why doesn't... it's because it's got those fucking shit. Do you have an ash box even? Oh, yeah, he does. Hell yeah, I was that smart to remember that shit. I can't believe that. Usually I don't even remember that shit. And I just go, oh yeah, he's got a thing. got a thing there. Oops. Probably got one. It's fine enough. It'll work. But then the whole point is collecting suit. I mean, we don't need that to collect suit, but it is free suit, so free suit is free suit. You know what I mean? A suit's expensive. Well, suits are expensive, but suit is more expensive than anything else on planet Earth. So, or Planet of the Apes, or any other planet. Let's hurry up and get there, so I could get this shit done faster. Alright, so the same shit we've been doing, exact same shit how we're gonna do it today. That's pretty typical saying, I'll be honest with you all. Let's go ahead and find that reformant pipe, figure out what we're gonna do with that. So high performance solvent, and then there's a reformant gas pipe that runs somewhere in this area. If not, all throughout it. But my HB spaghetti is telling me that there is no such thing in this area. That absolutely sucks. HB spaghetti. There we go. Now we're making progress. Is there a pipe that you connect to? Or is it all just a lie? There is a reformer gas pipe here. That's perfect. How far does it go in that direction? Looks like it goes... no. Well, it does have the other pipe I'm looking for, though. That's sad. That's gonna make things a little bit more complicated. Nice. We got a nice sub-level out of this. If somebody mines all these machines, they're gonna find all my pipe spaghetti. Spipe. Spipe. Man, they need to shut up over there. They're so fucking loud. But at the same time, I'm just as fucking loud. So it's kind of, it's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Got really, really angry the other day. People ask me dumb shit. People say dumb shit to me and it fucking pisses me off. Man, I'm just turning into other people now. This sucks. Too much dumb shit happens for me to fucking get asked dumb shit. Like, how do I use my machine that I don't know how to use? That was something that happened yesterday. I was like... And I kept explaining it, and you know how that goes? You know how it goes when you try to explain it to somebody who doesn't even understand it? They don't even know what the heck they're doing at that point. It just sucks. So, like... See, I don't want to deal with that today, or tomorrow, or ever. And that guy keeps asking me to join my team on the server. I'm like, no. I'm never gonna want to deal with that. If somebody's gonna ask me how to do shit, and then also not even understand what I'm telling them, when I'm explaining it in a very clear way, about this is how it is, this is what it is, this is going on, here's what you're doing wrong, like if I'm saying all those things, then I'm just not gonna team with them. This is how it is. Because, that shit was fucking stupid. And because I don't want to team with them, that is what it is. I don't have to team with everybody. Like, I don't have to do that. But I certainly am not going to team with somebody who's going to be stupid. It's just a recipe for disaster anyway. Because if somebody acts like that, who knows what kind of dumb shit they'll do. Not saying that they're gonna do dumb shit, but I'm saying that it's pretty immature, honestly. That they can't figure it out. Alright, so from here, I'm gonna take out my gravel with a hopper. No, no, no. Absolutely not. Please stop. Do that. Ha 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 ha. Nerd. Eat this, nerd. That gravel will all go out to the same net at some point. But for right now, it's just going to do that. Let me see if there's any gravel in any of these other ones. Holy shit, this guy's full of it. Well, not of gravel, but of other stuff. Gravel! I hate that. Hate how much gravel this guy has. So, with gravel, we actually need to send it out to a shredding machine. And that's where everything gets all kind of messy, because we have a lot of gravel in different places, and getting it all to the shredding machine is going to be impossible. But just because it's impossible doesn't mean I can't do it. Especially, I kind of know what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and find a shredder. Let's see if there's actually one over here. I doubt there is. I doubt it. But there might be. Hello. Please don't ask me anything stupid, or say anything stupid, or ask me for anything stupid. I'm not going to give you any of those things, so please don't ask for them. Because people want a bunch of stupid stuff lately, so I won't be giving people stupid stuff. That was really great though yesterday. It was really great. Trying to solve this other guy's problems and does not listen. Like, well, I kind of know a thing or two. Maybe you should listen. Like, imagine asking somebody for like the answer and then just being like, "Oh, I don't even know anything about it. Don't even can't even understand or know. I think this. No, you're wrong. It's this." And I'm like, "No, I'm not, because I know what's going on." That was dumb. When somebody asks like, "Oh yeah, really? How do I do this?" And then they're like, "No, you're wrong. I think it's this." The greatest of yesterday. This is one of those weird chem setups, honestly. Like, when it comes to, like, chemistry setup, this is the weirdest one, I think. Because it technically is, like, a chemical setup. In the sense that it does chemical stuff. But it's like the way it does it is just so weird. Like, or like an oil setup. That's why. That's what's weird about it. It's like an oil setup, but it does it weird. Because it's just so tandem. So hooked in. Okay. Technically, I should just make a shredder. And then, because we want sand from that. So we can make more silicon. And then export the silicon and stuff. See, the thing is that the other facility over there is producing lots of silicon already. So, we need to take all of this that we were producing. All of the sand needs to go to the same place, or all the gravel needs to go to the same place. Become sand, get exported, get sent to a acidizer, or, yeah, it all needs to get turned into the same stuff. Also, on the 112 version, you can't actually invert those, so that is really bothersome on 112. I'm just saying. 112 version, you need to get up your game because the conveyors can't be turned, so they're fucking shit. Shit conveyors, you know what I mean? Shitty conveyors in that version. Yuck. And since nobody's gonna see this conveyor, which is untraditional of my conveyors, we're gonna just put it through the ground. And nobody's gonna see it. Nobody's gonna say shit about my underground conveyor. Okay, cool. It's weird. They can only mirror how they're placed. They can, but only in only the mirror of how they're placed. I don't know. I have no idea anymore. Inserter right there. Nice, it all will hook in correctly. So now all I need is another conveyor, which takes gravel from here. Where's the gravel made here? There's gravel here, right? What the fuck is all this shit? Why is it not going to where it needs to go? Why, oh why is my shit not working? Do. Oh yeah, I can hear them being loud as shit. Is this supposed to go onto this conveyor belt that goes into here? Like feeds in. What is this? What is this? Okay. Yes. Ah. Okay, if I do that again, link it in, see how that works. That should work now. It's receiving all of them, right? Yeah. Okay, now we're churning out iron into steel. This is actually pretty nice. This is amazing right here. We are actually churning out steel. It's slow, but that's because I don't have like a fancy way of doing this with the caster. To be honest, I don't even know if I'm gonna make a caster for the setup. It'd be really cool to do, but I'm not sure it's necessary. Although I was pretty sure there was one place where I'm getting more of the stuff for this, like gravel. Oh wait, this one's giving me bauxite. Cryolite, yep. Cryolite needs to go to a box, for sure. Then we're gonna be on to sand production over here. So sand production is gonna start here. That's gonna be the endpoint for any gravel that comes into existence. So boom, that unlocks that thing. So he's gonna be able to process his shit, and then we'll need one over here to unlock this guy so he can process his shit as well. That means a whole lot of shit processing is about to happen. That's inverted. That's inverted. No, no, no. Absolutely not. Put it in there. Yes, good. Good. Ah! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now this guy's made vitriol. We need to get vitriol out of here. And vitriol is, well, it's probably supposed to be piped out of a pipeline. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take... hey, we can also hook an exhaust duct on the side. Exhaust duct. Right there. Exhaust duct. That's fucking hilarious. Wow, I'm a comedian right here. Exhaust duct, dude. Exhaust duct. So exhaust ducts, as many places as we can. Get that exhaust production going. You know what I mean? Exhaust production. Hey, are you connected to the grid? Where the heck is this guy's smoke at? That's why. Done. Ah, look at that. Now everything's looking pretty snazzy, if I do say so. We are going to be looking at the industrial wasteland of all time. Industralia. That is what this place is about to look like. Of course, we have an iron issue where we now have too much iron being produced. I probably should make the strand caster for this. That'd be a very good idea. So the combination oven here is good. We'll get to that strand caster later. We'll put it on my radar of things I probably should be doing. But this is good. Let me check the reactor right now since it's going to be probably down in a second. Low on energy production. I could, but should I? Is it necessary for Doom? Probably necessary for Doom. I don't know. And maybe it isn't. I'll go to Doom and grab that one. Noise. 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 Just turning iron fragments into something else? Okay, cool. Knew that one was right there. That was pretty obvious. So this goes all the way to TAA. But how? That's the real question. How does it go there? How do they get... Huh? Does it just... It doesn't just stop there. Clearly it keeps going. Never mind. I'm not going to finish off that pipe. I'm never going to be able to take down that whole pipe anchor. steal it for my own purposes. Because I do need to get the vitriol out, and I'm pretty sure that is pipe anchors only right now. I don't think I actually have a pipeline for vitriol. We'll see if I do or don't. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I actually do, but does it extend that far? Can it even get there? Oh yeah, it can. Vitriol pipe. Oh, but the pipe anchors are so valuable anyway. My no flavor pipe right now needs some flavor on it. No. Not at all. Don't do that. Stop. 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 There we go. Perfect. And that will take out my vitriol. So if I do this, vitriol, get one of these up and running for ever. And then we're on to the next step, which is sulfuric acid. And then from there, we'll figure out what comes next. And then from there, we'll figure out what goes next. And then from there, we'll figure out what goes next. And this is the great thing of bedrock processing out of this thing. By the way, do that. You will keep your level one level higher when we do the next hopper step. Just saying. That's actually not a bad idea for a hopper step. So the hopper steps it down a block. Why am I throwing shit on the ground? Wait, what the fuck? Huh? What the fuck? Huh? Did you guys just see me do that shit? What the hell? What the hell, man? What other dumb shit is going on here? There's a thing I dropped here. Who even knows? Nobody knows. Oh, I don't even know if I can fit... actually, I can. Actually, I can fit it. If I use my brains. Okay. Just go like this. Nice. So we're gonna take out that. We're gonna take out that. We're gonna put in these for now. Because I don't have space in my inventory. Too much garbage. Put this over here. Then we grab this. And we'll just start cutting this out because it's a 2x2 with extra length. Nice. Is it a 2x2 or is it a 3x3? I think it was a 2x2. I might be just stupid, but... Two by two or 3x3, and it is 2x2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks long. Okay, so that's pretty long, but that's fine. That's just gonna 3D print out my steel ingots when I have it set up properly. Then also it needs to have the height consideration, that the basin is going to need to be very, very low into the ground, dug into the ground pretty much. So we'll go ahead and do that now. I mean, it should be fine right here. This is almost like the length it needs. Just a couple blocks. Like, give it that. That should do the trick. Then how do I place it? Is it place it like that in the bottom? Place it by the bottom left corner. So I should just be able to throw it in here. Yes, I can. Now, the question is, why is the steel not going out into this? And that's because it doesn't have a cast, probably. Then if I grab a cast... There we go. Now it needs water. So it actually does that part. So water goes into low pressure steam phase. What's up? So the water to the low pressure steam phase is pretty simple, I think. You just need an exhaust pipe for that, which we have one. I hope we have one. Oh, we do. Thank God. So the water will go into here. That'll be how I'm gonna do that. Water duct. Set it with the water tag. Nice. Now it's got water, so now it's actually doing its job. Look at that. Lots of steel production right there. Every time it gets full, it's going to make some steel. That's pretty good, right? That's just chilling on steel production. This is genuinely the most satisfying steel production I think I've ever seen. And I've seen some steel production myself. Low pressure steam. You know, I know the people who are yelling right now. I know who is making all the background noise. God damn it. Ah! And I think you can just hopper out of this one, but we'll see. I like to hopper. Do you like to hopper? I like to hopper. Hopper right out of this shit. But this is fast. This is fast steel production right now. This will probably consume so much coal, so we need to get that carbon setup kind of completed. So yeah, we produce whatchamacallit here. We produce the coal coke in these two machines. Now the problem is getting coal coke from here to the setup there to continue the tandem process of A, oil production, and B, steel production. So that's this is a tandem process. See, we're producing oil in parallel with my coal, or with my coal coke, which makes steel. And that means that it's not just going to be sitting here, it's just going to be going to steel production. And then everything that makes coal powder is getting turned into coal coke. Now, here's the other thing, is that once we make the little pieces, I'm pretty sure that's already coal powder. So all we have to do is take it out and get it to the next phase of processing, which will be the coking machines. We just have to get it to the powder. This is also going to take 2 electrolyzers, because one of these recipes makes 64 coal. The other one doesn't make 64 coal. But they're both made at the same time. So keep that in mind. There's 2 recipes for coal, and they're both going to be produced if you do it correctly. If not, you're going to have less coal production. So we're going to do that. Now the next step is the sulfuric acid line, and I have to set that up real quick. I will grab some stuff. Also slag to consider. Where are we producing slag? Are we producing slag? Oh shit, this thing can't even keep up. This shit can't even keep up with the speed of that thing. Oops. I think we're gonna need more hoppers for that. I honestly just need to make a stack of hoppers. I think that's where I'm at right now. Because I keep making hoppers and then coming back and going, oh shit, I need more hoppers. Yeah, I'm about at that point where I need to make just a stack of hoppers. Oh, you make slag with the crumbs. That will be interesting. You can probably make steel with that. If, I'm not remembering that correctly, am I? No, I don't think I am. Okay. Well, if I'm not remembering it correctly, then we'll just go with... We'll write it off as mental deficit and just continue on. So we're going to just drop off this chest, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you all some beautiful, beautiful stuff today, where I'm going to go ahead and destroy the forest with my chainsaw, so that way we can get revenge on the forest. And we're going to make this steel that I have right here into a stack of crates or whatever. Because I'm also running low on those too. And of course, everybody knows that when Dusto comes back eventually, he will be surprised by the amount of disorganization that there is, so it'll be great. Do that till I hit 24. 1, 2, 3, 4. 24. 5, like a minecart. Ready to go. Alright, steel crates and chainsaw. Let's go ahead and run past JFK. Go over to this forest and just start tearing it up. Honestly, I really don't mind this forest, but I have been tearing it up lately, so we'll go ahead and just do that. We'll write it off as a tax loss. Speaking of, I gotta do that this weekend. God damn it. I don't want to do that this weekend. But I have to. Okay, that's great. Taxes. I hate taxes. Okay, once we have enough wood, we'll be fine. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just one more tree. Just one more tree. It's like those t-shirts they used to make. I'm pretty sure this is like one of the shittiest setups though, by the way. For bedrock ore processing. As far as that goes, this thing is terrible. Because the setup is made in such a way that as it drills, it's not getting the most that it could. The only good thing that makes it drill fast is that it's got 4 drills on the same spot. Otherwise, it's really slow. Keep that in mind, guys, while I'm doing this. Please stop messaging me on Discord. Please stop. Look, I'm gonna be doing shit, so please stop. Oh yeah, I should probably drop the Discord link for all the nerds out there. But I don't know if I wanna, and it's in the last stream anyway, so, I mean, if you can even get a chat for that one. Well, there it is. But I can do it. Let me just pop over there and... copy. I'm gonna go ahead and just paste it in. That's probably the wrong one, actually, now I think about it. Let me go ahead and make sure that's correct. Yeah, I was gonna invite people to the wrong one. Welcome. An invite channel. Copy. Nice. Here you go, guys. Here you go, peoples. And back to it. So yeah, now I have my processing going well here. This is actually really fast. Huh. Reformer gas for the win right there. That's what I'm saying. Reformer gas for the win. Okay. We need to go grab iron powder. Or ingots. And I know there's plenty of ingots over here. Still. So we'll grab those ones. From Soy Jack Industries. I remember when we built that. That was one of the least important projects, but most important at the same time. Noise. 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 Okay. So, with... what was I here for? I came here for something. I can't remember what it is. Iron? Iron ore, yes. Okay. Well, now that my brain's rebooted. Iron ingots. Look at all that fucking slag. Now I remember. Now I know what you're talking about. How the heck does this get disposed of? You just turn this into powder, right? Turn it into a block, then centrifuge it out, or like... yep. Then you have your calcium from that, and that is used for processing hematite. Alright, you can turn it into this stuff. Not the calcium, but other things. You know what I mean? Let's see. Yeah, phosphorus too, which is the great stuff. Phosphorus. If you don't know what phosphorus is, it's actually a fuel in this. If you're not going to use it for other purposes, which we can discuss, but we'll see what that can really turn into. Calcium is the one I'm curious about. Probably Bisco. Although if you mix it with red mud, you get like 8 cement. And the fact that this is 10 per level, I don't know what that means. Oh wait, that's effectiveness upgrade. You also make it into ingots. Also make it into industrial fertilizer with that, which could be made in the place. Flex is the main thing though, because that gets you like malachite processing, which no, don't do that. But it also gets you all kinds of other processing. Looks like you can do chlorocalcite processing even. And if you were to even do this, that's going to give you the most steel production. That gives you 4 ingots for the cost of 1. Holy shit. Stop right there with the steel production. Well, the problem is that we're making like iron metal and it has to be going through the ingot process. I am really confused right now. Is that actually better for producing steel? And well, you can make weapon steel. Weapon steel. Yes. I like some of those recipes. Those are pretty nice. Pretty nerd recipes right there, if I do say so. Alright, let's go ahead and make this shit. Hoppers. Wait. First. Word from my chests. Need to make more chests. Shit. $31 of I need more chests, but hey, it's fine. This will do. 32, that's okay, because I need this iron anyway. Alright, cool. We have 31 hoppers now available for tasking. Oh shit. Alright, let's go ahead and hit this. Hit what? I don't even know. Hit this setup with hoppers. Thank goodness I made hoppers. Now I'm not going to be making one every 5 minutes. This is good. Batchcraft the hoppers was a good idea. So let's go ahead and stop here right at this area. So the next step is, I believe it was acidizer. But if we're going to do an acidizer, makes sense to go this way. Or like kind of, I don't know really. I want to keep it tight. Let's do that. Let's keep it tight. Let's grab out our acidizers and centrifuges. Looks like we only have 4 left, and I think that was all of them. So, let's do this carefully so we don't run out. But we need to get to the hydrogen step, which is important to do a hydrogen step for this. So that is going to be how it's going to extract. Ooh, noise. Okay, so then I'm going to set this to whatever these need to be going through. Sulfuric acid. Sulu. Sulfuric. Sulfuric acid goes in. Boom. Need cables. And when I grab the cables, should make everything really easy. I was kind of curious why the power was going out in this, but is that actually still happening or no? That is not. That appears to not be happening. Awesome. Awesome sauce, guys. Boom. Connect the power grid. Nice. You just need sulfuric acid. And, well, we've kind of made a bit of a conundrum, because now we have to put it in through, like, right here, or, like, find a way to fit it in somewhere else, but that's not happening. So, to fix that problem, we're just going to be smarter, not stupider, do this. Then that allows me to go down a block for the next step, which will be right here. Boom. So after it completes the processing, it needs to output to a centrifuge. Or let me double check that. So boom. Nice, you get your vitriol shit. This is your 64 times, is when you add it to a that stuff. Here is your next thing. So the sulfuric acid phase, we go through that. Nice. Centrifuge right after. Or you could go straight to the final step, but centrifuge is definitely the way to go. So yeah. centrifuge, and then we'll just continue down. It will just be centrifuge, acidizer, centrifuge, acidizer, centrifuge, acidizer, and continue on from there. This is going to make this thing a staircase of doom and misfortune. It's going to be kind of sad, but like I kind of want it to be flat, but I can't have what I want because it's going to be absolutely shitty. Unless I elevate it a bit. Make it rise out of the acidizer pillar. Or acidizer staircase. Staircase, acidizer step process. But this way you can't lose anything. That's the reason to use hoppers, okay? See, hoppers might not be fast, they might not be elegant, but you can't lose shit in them. And that's something I like. It's not losing shit. So there we go, and that will be whatever this next step is going to be the next step. And so we'll continue on with our goals. So we have our item hopper. We have this. We need a pipe that's going to take in the stuff. Should have those over here. Universal fluid duct. Oh, I need to grab the other ones too. Just for the standard. Because everything is iron pipes under the ground, and then these pipes are exposed. The issue I'm going to have with this setup is going to be that there is one sulfuric acid pipe, it looks like. And it's going to be an absolute pain to pipe that. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I can pipe the spaghetti through here. Push the spaghetti through. All the way. Okay, now this is the system of pain. Spaghetti pain. Spaghetti pain syndrome. SPS. God damn. This is unfortunate. But this goes into this side. Nice. So now all I have to do is do that. And remember, it's iron pipes under the ground. Every other pipe goes above ground. Nice. Sulfuric acid pipe is now put into place. And this guy is now set to sulfuric acid. Why is he not receiving sulfuric acid? Are we just low on sulfuric acid, probably? I'd figure that's the case. Yes, we actually are low on sulfuric acid. It's okay. But I really want to get to the next step, so that way I can start modeling it. Let's see what I can do. Let's go look at the place where sulfuric acid is usually made. Oh, it's short one of those. That's pretty bad. What's the production looking like? What's going on here? It's got 4 of those, but it doesn't have any tar. And it hasn't been running this step, really? Yeah. So it needs that. But it doesn't have that. Does it have... Oh, okay. I know how to fix this thing. Let me go check on the sulfuric acid step. Or wherever. Yo, that's why it's a problem. Because it's not taking these out. Iron powder needs to get out of here. Good catch. By me. Okay. For now, we're just going to have iron powder go out into here. Even though this is probably going to get used to make motors later. But for now, it's just going to go into a crate. So the plan is to make motors at some place. And that might be a place where I do that. If it's not, that's going to become plates. Okay, if that makes sense, right? I'm also curious why this is coming out on this side now. Item and meta match. So it's almost as if that doesn't need to be wildcard, that needs to be whitelist. See that should do it. Nice. It's going through the process, and how much stuff did this thing pass through that wasn't supposed to be? Dear God. Get rid of that shit. We don't need that fucking shit. Nice. So we're just gonna run the non-metal bedrock ore through the processing. It's gonna go through here. We're going to be making vitriol. And all that vitriol is getting sent out through a pipeline that you won't see because I put it in the ground. Unlike some pipelines, this one's special because it just goes here. And this is how I make oil. For anybody who's wondering, this oil process just takes coal oil and does like takes 100 and makes like 1,000 regular oil back. So it's the best coal oil setup in the HBM mod at this time. So for anybody trying to be a coal oil nerd, you all suck because I'm absolutely demolishing your coal oil setups right now with this new one. I've actually become so good at oil setups that my wood oil setup on the moon is actually ridiculous. When I had it set up, it was pretty good because I discovered the same exact shit with that thing. Is that tar is very interesting material for getting into oil processing. Or, well, other stuff too. I had also realized that cokers aren't worthwhile. Cokers are 10%. So why would you use a coker? Why would you coke to get more fluids when you're getting 10% fluid returns? It's not worth it. That's why you don't see many cokers, except for right there. That is the one coker I'm using right now. I'm actually curious what he is doing. Well, actually, no, I know what he's doing. Because we're not really focused on making fuel, he just makes coker oil and then does the rest of the stuff. Makes it cracked oil. I'm getting messages on Discord. God damn it. Man, so many people are asking me for shit right now. They're like, before reactors explode, install FTB chunks on the server. Like, shut up. I'll deal with it later. I'm literally gonna deal with it later. And like, when I'm done with this stream, I'm gonna start working on the server. So, okay. Hydrogen peroxide is not what we want, but let's see. Has this thing actually processed anything out of it? Oh, it's about to. Wait, what? What is this? What's the issue? Okay, there we go. Okay, that goes there. That does this. Now I have 2 of these. Uh-oh. Oh no. Maybe they shouldn't build reactors that can explode. Yeah. That's what I would tell them. But then they'd all complain like, oh, blah, 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 blah. That's my impression of what they sound like when they're all complaining about different things that don't really matter that much. Okay. I mean, some of those things are actually pretty good complaints, but like, some of them aren't. I don't... See, when people are complaining to me, trying to get me to do extra shit, it's like, come on, like, you know, you guys are fortunate to even have this opportunity, you know what I mean? That's just how I say. How would you feel about 1,512 titanium steel? I would say that's absolutely great work, and that's fantastic that we have that right now. That's pretty valuable to have. So the next step is taking it out of these into hoppers. And you'll notice, for anybody who just tuned in, there is no hoppers here, or no conveyors here. That's because I absolutely hate conveyors. Conveyors are going to be an absolute nightmare. So this is a byproduct, and then this is a regular product, non-metal. If you build the entire reactor setup in one chunk, it can't be half unloaded. Yeah. Also, though, if it ever is unloaded fully, that's when it will explode. Well, I suppose you are correct with that, but there's really no good way of doing that, especially when you know the people on the server. If you know the people on the server, the type of people who play on the server, people named Daniel, who will ask you, hey man, my oil setup doesn't work. Why is my oil setup not working? Please help me. Please spawn in a new oil setup, because every time I try to place it down, it doesn't work. And then you waste like so much time on that shit. Just for them to be like, continue to complain about shit that doesn't matter. It's okay. It's okay. I understand. I understand. Am I supposed to put this stuff... What does this stuff do? What are we doing here? Okay, so we get this shit. What do we do with it next? Ah, hydrogen. Okay, that makes sense. Hydrogen. You could just put it into this. Get some extra vitriol. Then you do it for hydrogen. Yeah, I don't mind that step. We'll go ahead and do that. I have a ton of combination ovens. We might as well get as much yield as possible. So, let's grab out another combination oven. Awesome. Let me go find some more dumb shit. Or, not dumb shit. Need more fluid heaters. And I think I should have some. I actually think there's one under the coker unit here. So, of oil setups, this one is one of the other oil setups. This just makes electrodes. This is one of the revolutionary oil setups I'd come up with for electrode productions, is wood oil to electrodes. It's very effective. One of the most effective. But not as effective as the other one, because the ratio was very bad for this one. This one has a very bad ratio for production. And it didn't really feed into my oil setup that great. So, which was another downside. I needed something to feed into my oil setup and continue to supply me with immense quantities of different resources, but that just didn't do it. So, looking around up here. Oh, hey, these are... Oh, never mind. Nice. Nice. I actually don't even know what's in this thing. Oh, I can't even access it. There we go. Graphite electrodes. Evil bedrock ores to be... Great. Well, let's go back to, how many of the things did I use? Oh, these guys just have fireboxes. That's fucking shitty. Well, let's go back to what we're doing. Over there. Don't mind Soycraft. Right up there. Nice. 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 Accelerating. Maximum velocity. Oh shit, I ran into the drone. But that's fine. Doesn't do shit. And of course, this is also a pretty decent suit production, right? Yes, fine suit. We've already got one piece. Now, this is not as good as if you ran it coal coke in a firebox, but this is still a very valid way of getting suit. So we're gonna take out all of that shit. We're gonna put it into another one of my staircase levels. This thing. Holy shit, this thing is terrible. Staircase of absolute agony. But at least this can get me up another block higher. Technically. It will maintain the level. So, that's great. We just need to get the substance that powers all these things into it. Which is also known as reformant gas. AKA reformant gas right here. Substance of power. The juice. Gotta give it some orange juice. Sulfuric acid, which that's not really useful, but I'm sure if we use some of that, it can make it into a potent... Actually, nitric acid would be a potent oxidizer. I have no idea about sulfuric acid, but I know that nitric acid is rocket fuel, basically. This is pretty simple stuff. What is this guy ejecting? Gravel? That's sad. But we do need the gravel to be turned into sand anyway. Oh. Wait a second. Wait a second. We're missing out here. So all that gravel, if we turn that gravel to sand, is absolutely stupid. Because I know another recipe for gravel. I know, in fact, another different recipe for gravel. Do you know... Okay, so do you know the recipe I'm talking about? So with gravel, another way to process gravel... Well, you can make liquid concrete, you can make concrete, you can make dirt. Those all are fine. But the one I'm talking about gives you boron, lithium, and even fluorite. which is absolutely amazing. It's just a little bit energy expensive, but it is a way of getting lithium and boron in copious quantities. We should be doing that. Those are two high demand resources we don't have right now. Because, yeah, well, I mean, it's still kind of energy expensive compared to a lot of this other shit. It has a laser beam involved. I mean, come on, that screams energy expensive. If I see a laser, I go, oh shit, how much gigawatts is there in that thing? Lots of energy right there, probably. Gigawatts. Gigahertz. Terrible amounts of energy right here. Well, gigahertz are just frequency, but still. That is how often a wave occurs, or how often a pattern occurs. It hertz. That's why your CPU clock can be measured in hertz. Because I am a nerd. And like my fellow nerds, I know too much shit, and I should probably shut up. Because nobody cares. Nobody. Who cares? Ah, there we go. Is that my exhaust duct? Yes, indeed. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and link it up. Link it up a notch. That's absolutely cringe. Holy crap. But that's what I need to do. Turn that on. Inject. Inject. Noise. One step closer to global domination for the HBM empire of all time. For everybody out there, I have the HBM world of all time. Just saying. My HBM world is the top 90% of HBM worlds right here. That means it's absolutely amazing. Or really shitty. Could be really shitty. But it is absolutely amazing. It's got like 11 days of game time. Over 4 months. 5 months or something. I don't know. Alright, so next step, I'll show you all the same thing we just did over here. We're going to take the conveyor up on the top. That way it makes it all level. Which is absolutely amazing, because now I don't have to do stairs of doom. We're going to pipe water to this guy. Find a water pipeline port somewhere, and hook it in. Is a great issue to have, but we'll figure it out. And of course we need a regular solvent in this guy, and this shit gets complicated sometimes. Well, at least the piping spaghetti does. I wonder who is messaging so much in the Discord. Blah 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 blah. Okay, let me go ahead and give you all like what they're saying. How do I disable a RBMK PWR actually? Also, it requires an ender pearl. This can be a bit annoying. I will add FTB chunks. Okay, yeah. So I've already told them, so they should all calm down with their nonsense about making drones for fucking... for fucking chunk loading. When you do some... this is... Okay, I can only imagine how it must be to be like HBM. Because... if you're like... Like, imagine somebody asking you, is this mod for 118? Or like, does it have 118? Is it for 118 yet? Like, holy shit, I would probably explode and just go, no, it's not for fucking 118. It's not for 118.2. It's not for 116. What kind of... No, it's never gonna be for those versions. I would explode and just fucking Because I'd be... Like, so many people would be like, my RBMK doesn't work. Ugh. It, like, fucking... That's not everybody, okay? Some people are just built different from others. Some people are absolutely idiots. So, I know that probably one of the people out there watching this is some people, aka Daniel. Daniel, you have a special place in my heart. Please stop asking me that how to use the oil refinery. God damn it. It's fucking bullshit. Figure it out. Use JEI, please. Just why did my RBMK go Chernobyl? Dyatlov MC. Or no, Dyatlov plays MC YT. Underscore YT. Yeah, underscore. That's his gamer tag. Alright, so this should be doing something, right? 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 Ah, that's why. Because I'm turning into a fucking idiot. It's all the questions of how do I do this shit? Please help me. How do I turn on my refinery? Some people are just like that, okay? But it's okay, because I am here to help. I'm here to call those people out and tell them that please become smarter. Please go use JEI. Figure it out. Because me telling you isn't going to make you smarter. You're just going to ask me again, probably. The guy is saying, shut the fuck up. Well, it's okay. The guy's saying it in real life. You know who's gonna win? It's gonna be me. Okay, if we're gonna be like yelling at each other, it's a yelling contest, it's gonna be me. The guys next door are just yelling at me, so like, if they're yelling at me, boom, just gonna ruin their fucking days. Gonna fucking ruin it. Nice, we got power here. So if we take the power to here, what we're gonna do next is process this to lignite and the crumbs, which means we need 3 centrifuges, or no, 3 of the fucking electrolyzers. That's gonna be fun. Oh my god. Looking at this setup, this is the fucking... I can't wait to see this shit finished. But what the hell is this? What the hell am I looking at? This setup is just ridiculous. I'm going to post this in the NTM Discord. Yeah, it's so fun, right? I have no idea what you're talking about, but I am about to pop into the NTM Discord just to place this message in general chat. Oh, wait, I'll put it in screenshots. Oh, shit, no, I'm not doing that. Whoa, look at all these fucking cool bases. I actually need to look in here more often. Here, let me give you all a display capture of the... I'm sure you all can look for yourselves, but I'll show you all my view. Look at that shit. Look at this shit. This thing? You are doing a great job, my friend. I am impressed by your base. What even are those panels? That shit looks beautiful. You're doing great work with that. I'm gonna be honest. This guy is probably a Russian. Let me tell you why. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of what's probably the same setup. Then over here he's got like 50 of those things. 4 cokers. They're probably all doing the same shit. Because he's a Russian. I'm telling you all. He's probably a Russian. That's only a Russian thing. I like this base. This base is pretty good. Look at this one. I like this one. Whoever this is, you've done a great job with this. I actually like this. Nice base. It is actually pretty cool. This is an underground bunker, looks like, which is... Maybe it's a vault. That is pretty cool. This is old HBM stuff. But it's a great enhancement. This is honestly a classic kind of build in HBM mod. I like that. Okay, is this guy a Russian too? He's got the Russians... no. Oh, maybe. He's got 3 of the same thing here. You see, the only reason I say it's the way... Maybe it's not a Russian thing. Maybe it's everybody does this. And I'm just out of... I don't even know what's going on. But I really like the way he's got his pipes set up. They extend a bit past. That's pretty nice. It looks like a very GT kind of pipage setup right there. Let me continue. Fuck. Fucking, you go to the end and it's just Mars right there, or whatever the fuck that is. I'm pretty sure that's Duna. Steel mill update. Oh, well, this is an absolutely amazing looking base. That's a flat world too, isn't it? That is absolutely amazing. Oh, never mind. It's just a relatively flat world. But this, I would love to see these bases in person, honestly. If I could ever get the opportunity. If I've checked out your base, please reach out to me. I'll check it out. This is another one. Holy shit, this looks beautiful. This industry is giving me industrial, okay, I'm not gonna say that, but you can fill in the blanks. Nah, but this guy has done a lot of work. It's pretty impressive. He's got Soyuz, it looks like, too. ICF and Soyuz. Pretty impressive. Not gonna check this out. I can check this out. This isn't... What is this? ICF setup? Okay. What the fuck? Max power solar tower. 1,250 mirrors. This surely needs to have bauxite processing. It's fucking crazy. Continue scrolling. This is like a different style of a base. I'm not really... It looks cool, but I'm not a big fan of it. Maybe the insides are neat. Just keep scrolling down. Oh, here's that one base we saw earlier. Look at this shit. I like this. I like this a lot. I like your builds, guys, but I'm trying to get to the bottom so I can post my shit. I'm gonna miss out on shit if I keep scrolling. We're gonna go back to where I was at. So we've seen enough bases for this time. Oh, he's done more work on his shit. I like that. Okay. Anyway, in general chat, I'm gonna just scroll all the way down so I'm back to where I need to be. Eh. That shit's fucking dumb looking. Okay. Now I'm back to regular mode. Okay, you've all seen enough. This guy's running out of water. No, he's just running out of shit to process. The shit processing setup. Yes, absolutely. Joyous machinery. Joyous processing. Joyous. It's not Soyuz, it's joyous. So we left off over here, and this guy did his stuff. He made his shit. That needs to get centrifuged down, and then from there we'll figure it out. Just figure it out, guys. Figure out what we're gonna do next. Alright, but those bases were cool. And if any of those, if I can get a chance to look in person, that'd be fucking cool. I love seeing people's bases. That is not bad. Some of those bases were 10 out of 10. On the something, come up with a different scale, like Rector scale. But that doesn't. That sounds like something else, and I don't like that really. Don't really like that sound for scale, but it's a pun off of the Richter scale. We'll measure how good bases look on that scale. Nice. Go ahead and put this in there. Put that shit right in there. Nice. That should do the job. Because it goes from that to sulfuric. It goes from that to the next step. Nice, nice, nice. How much stuff are we producing now? Nice. Now this is all going to need to go into combinator funnel together. It's a shared process at this point. My drill is so effective. I might as well need to use a other thing too. Cool. And of course, this guy goes into the next one. Pretty sure. Well, I need to use my hand when I use my drill. Instead of using my drill so much, I use my hand for like half of the processing. I think I can bury all this, right? Or no? Wrong. What is that lighting? Oh, it's from the furnace. Okay. Furnace turn on, light turn on. Interesting. Very interesting. Cool, put this in here. All of this shit goes in this box. Saplings, apples, none of that I need. Trash box. Trash box 360. The new Xbox. Red Ring of Doom. Oh dear. I want to play Doom, not have Red Ring of Doom. Fucking XDDDDD. Okay. Stop doing that. Whitelisting this. Now it can be the other way around. And on this side... Oh, never mind. On this side, we can inject the other stuff. The crumbs. Crumbs are going to come out of this side. Waha. Okay, cool. Nice. And everything's going well and everything's going great. Give it some time and we'll have tons and tons and tons of this shit. So lignite is also coke material. If you guys are trying to make coke, don't. But anyway, we're making coke. What does this need? Regular solvent. We need to set up a pipeline from regular solvent to there. Find regular solvent. This should be the regular solvent one. This should be the regular solvent. Where the fuck is the regular solvent? Is this guy the regular solvent? This guy's the regular solvent. He's the real solvent right here. The real slim solvent. Nice, but grab the solvent pipe. Take the solvent pipe. No. Put it over here. Cool. That's gonna be this guy. Yes. Solvent pipe. Solvent. I said solvent. Yes. Solvent pipe is good. Nice. The next phase of processing is underway. So now I just need to figure out how to get more cabling going to that. This is always the painful nightmare part. Nightmare fuel piping for energy is terrible. I love my energy to go in weird ways, but we'll just do that. Since I'm running out of these red copper full blocks of it, this setup consumes so many of them. So the solvent phase is doing that. Let me see if anybody sent any messages. Nope. No new messages, guys. Thank goodness. Something good happened there. Now that we've finished solvent, do we just take it to the next step? Or does it go through another... Yeah, it goes through another centrifuge. And this one gives you 3 different things. Ooh! The primary, the secondary, and the tertiary product. Oh, yes. I love tertiary products. I love 3 more acidizers that I'm... Oh dear, I only have 1 left. Shit. It looks like we're gonna be shit out of luck if we have to use another center. Also, the other line that needs an acidizer is gonna be really easy. Gonna get tier 3 processing made. I don't know what that means, but have fun. Goodbye. Nice. Well, let me see if I have more acidizers. I'm pretty sure I've literally used every single acidizer on the planet in this setup. Oh dear. Well, guys, I've kind of screwed up on this one. Oops, I got a little carried away. Hopefully there's more. Otherwise, we're about to do the batch craft that you'd never want to do. I actually don't think there is. Oh, wait. Hell yeah. There's a few. God damn it. There's a few more right here. 1. Thank you. 2. Thank you. 3. Oh, shit. Don't put that slop in my inventory. Cool. We have electrolyzers, which we're going to need a bunch of them. This guy. Thank you. And, there should be one in, a couple down here. 2. Thank you. And 3. Don't know. This guy was doing vitriol, which gives you a bunch of other stuff. Which we have that set up over there anyway. Vitriol is great because it is supplying my entire setup for dash production right now. See, as I process my coal, I produce light oil from my coal. And of course, I'm producing more from my coal than most people are. So, as I said earlier, my setup is beating your setup because mine's better. As far as coal production goes. But as far as automation goes, I've also become the king of that too, apparently. Just because each stream, we're building just this giant spaghetti setup that feeds every line into itself. It does have end products, because we have circuits right now. So we're about to get to our second end product, which is going to be, well, we have steel production, that's also an end product too. Then after that, we can start working on figuring out how to decide on how many plates I need. But first, let's go ahead and slap that in there. Slap it in there? Yeah, it'll be fine. What does this do? Go. So what does this guy do? So do ore crumbs. Where do they go? Acidizer with vitriol. Or you could do this shit. Nice. Nice. Which that all comes out of whatever side it goes into, or green side or whatever. It just needs nitric acid. Of course, all of these steps are going to need nitric acid. This is very sad that I have to do this, but because we're gonna. Why is it sad? Because we're gonna be forced to do the modern system for this shit. Hell no, don't want to do that shit. Modern system can go fuck itself. Modern HBM solar boilers are stupid, big stupid, but they make a lot of sense. And then we're gonna just set up my other things. I'm hoping we can fit all of our acidizers and things within this wall that I'm making. Because, I think it'd make, I don't know. Who built the Berlin Wall? It'd make them proud. Soviets. We could just say it would make the Soviets proud, but then the joke's not as funny. It's just another one of those jokes. Insert joke. Now, shit. Just go a block over. Nice. That is the acidizer plan. The acidizer blueprint. Destroy, destroy, and destroy. Great. Of course, we are producing this stuff. So this stuff, after it's been done, goes to the centrifuge. Again. Yet another centrifuge. And this is the last one we have available. God dang it. The world is falling apart rapidly as I run out of centrifuges. Oh dear. Come on. Please. No more centrifuge pain. I beggeth. Nice. Just do it. So that's going to do that thing. We're going to get rid of all of this residual oil product, or oil production stuff. Because it goes in these boxes. This can probably get torn down too. It's a blemish on my great landscaping. You guys see my landscaping, right? This shit's great. Absolutely beautiful. Every single line is gonna be within this fence. People are gonna say it's a lawn base, but those people are wrong. Because I do have a real base. It's just empty now. Shit. We've literally moved every single line from its original position into one line. Somehow. And this is just... this acidizer shit is just crazy to look at. I'm pretty sure when somebody logs into that HBM chat and looks at it and goes, God damn, what the hell is this? Why do you need so many acidizers? It's bedrock processing right here. The mountain of acidizer. Mount acidizer. Nice. But this also can output into this guy. So we just have to figure out how to do that. Honestly, it's as simple as an injector for that stuff. But that's for the non-metal bedrock ore. Dissolved byproducts. So that's going to go here. Whitelist. The rest of this needs to be figured out some other ways. So we're going to take that, we're going to go like this, and this is going to be the one place I have to use conveyors, which I don't even have on me right now. This is, well, one of the few places. There's a few reasons you'd have to use conveyors, which is for sorting and stuff, but even then, usually if you're sorting it, it's probably not being produced in large quantities. Well, actually, take that back. That's wrong information. You see, there's right information, there's wrong information, and that was just absolutely wrong. Wrong of a statement. Too bad. Nerd. There we go. Put in that stuff. Now I should increase the amount of crumbs and this stuff. We're gonna route that up. This guy is fine where he's at. The crumbs, we're gonna just send those up in a conveyor system. Place the endpoint. We're gonna pull it down. Then we're gonna shoot it into this thing. There. That should take out my substances. Put them in the thing. Okay, ready. We just need nitric acid for that. But this will... We're gonna wait on that. That's gonna produce coal. This guy's gonna produce coal. The next guy's gonna... What was that? What the hell? That was weird. Yeah, there's ghosts, probably. Yeah. Probably ghosts. That's what it is. Anyway. Back to it. So of course, if we're using conveyors there, we might want to use a conveyor here for this one. Just so we can keep everything from becoming too depressed into the ground. That's a funny way of putting it. But also, what is this guy? Oh, he's out of HP solvent. That's what he is. Does he even have an output? Did I even finish this line? Did I? No. I didn't even finish this line. What does your final product end up being? Okay, so there is this, where we do that. Or there is... treated with solvent. Oh, okay. Do this. Ah, look at that. He isn't finished yet. No. No, we need another. This is terrible. But he also hasn't gotten HP solvent in his entire existence. So I'm kind of curious what is up with that. And we could probably solve it with engine lubricant. I'm gonna also go say that too. But what even is the problem with my production for this? It probably used it all. No, it's not even connected to HP solvent. That's the issue. That will do terrible things if we connect that. But I have to connect it at some point. Alright, let's grab the pipes and let's start figuring this shit out. We are going to connect this today with HP solvent. Not get distracted though. We do have our main setup we need to figure out too. Well, our bedrock setup for coal. And I'm surprised it's going through so many steps to get to the end. Here, you would do this. No, not that. Holy shit, though, it's got a lot of shit in there. That's why you don't do conveyors, because conveyors that will start spitting shit out or, like, shredding it. Okay? But either way, it doesn't matter, really. Yeah, we need to figure this. And don't forget the moon with bismuth. Well, I don't plan on doing the moon setup here, but we could do the one on the moon. Right? Why is this hydrogen peroxide pipe not even connected? What was this for? That's weird. Maybe it makes sense, but I don't know. Run this here. Go down. Oh, there's concrete. Okay. Grab this. And just travel till you hit 10 meters. Right about here. Should be fine. Dig down 1 block. Boom. And here's the game where I keep saying, fuck, it's too far away. Why? How the heck does this even happen? But don't worry, guys. That is just how pipe works. Pipe don't work. Pipe don't go 10 meter. Pipe say 10 meter. Pipe lie. The pipe is lying to you. If you listen to the pipe, don't. And this is nice because this little crater depression thing in the ground is amazing. Travel 9 meters. Travel 10 meters. Yeah, look at that. See, it's 9 meters on the ground level. Travel 10 meter. Travel 11 meters. Dig down. Head back a block. Till you reach the cobblestone of greatness. Dig down. Will it travel 10 meters? No! No, because it says 10.4 or some shit. It's probably 10.1 meters, and it's just not telling you. HBM, please put the decimal point in. HBM, please put... See, that's gotta be annoying as fuck. As if somebody keeps doing that, like... That would be annoying. I would not want to deal with that. Yet I've subjected myself to also dealing with dumb shit now. Hey man, please install this mod on the server. It's okay. Some of them are good suggestions. Others are not. Others are bad suggestions. Alright, so I'm gonna need to build like 500 centrifuges and some other stuff too. So what is this? This is the pipe I need to connect in? Nice. Now when you have angles, everything is 10.1 meters. Even this block right here that says 9, he's going to be a 10.1 meter pipeline. You just can't even tell. That's why it'd be nice to have decimals. Although, HBM can do that when he gets to it. He's got a long list of things that people are telling him to do probably. Or suggesting when they shouldn't. AKA me. But don't do any of my things, just go slowly. Do them when you can. If you decide to do them, please. But I'm not asking for any of this. Honestly, a lot of the stuff I say ends up in the mod anyway. It's weird. It's almost like... No, it can't be. It's almost like... These videos are watched. But at the same time... Pipe end, pipe begin. And of course we need to find the one where it needs the piping to actually happen at. AKA high performance solvent pipeline. And let's see if I can even get into the pipeline for that. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a rough one for here. We're just gonna take a pipe right here. HP solvent. Please give me HP solvent. Fucking... How the heck Is that 10 meters away? What the fuck? Come on, man. It's almost like we, too far away. Stop! That is not too far away. That is just far enough. 10.1 meters is basically 10 meters with extra steps. Come on. It's almost basic math. Watch. And hopefully we'll see this work. Come on, go. Nice. 10 meters extra step. And then we see this. Cool. HP high performance solvent, or HP solvent as Hewlett Packard would want it to be called. Nice. Well, now it's connected. Oh wait, no it isn't. Huh. Nerd. Get. Ah, there we go. Nice. Now that's running. That will do its next step. This guy is already doing his next step. We're at the same place of both of them right now. Well, almost, relatively. Speaking the same place. And then we're on to centrifuge. Centrifuge to glory right here. The centrifuge pain train. Absolute centrifuge pain. I hate centrifuging. If it wasn't obvious, the amount of centrifuges we are about to need is 5 billion centrifuges. And acidizers too. We're almost there. That's the fun thing, is that once we have all of that assembled, it's not hard to make all of that stuff. It's not that hard. I also need to make a line to automate the production of analog circuits, which isn't going to be hard considering I've already done other types of circuits. So it's pretty much the same type of systems where you pretty much have locks on what is getting made. If it doesn't need production, then you swap it. So like that's how that will work. Then these other two lines we have, one produces something else and one produces another thing. There's the non-metal line, or crystalline bedrock ore line, which gets processed. I am actually, oh, it makes redstone. That is actually not bad. I do need that. But you process it, you get your byproducts, which go and become asbestos, or yeah, pretty much just asbestos. But you get that from the line. That's pretty interesting. The only thing I really would want from that is niobium or rare earth. So we'd have to set up one of those setups. Although, it is pretty nice to set up one of these setups that's making coal and shit. You could build pistons at this thing. Make meth at it. Diphenylhydramine. God damn. Now, what is this? So, when we process that, we've already got a setup for that, right? Don't we already have a setup for that? I think we do. Okay, so we're already getting rid of that. Wait. Maybe? Huh? Maybe not. Maybe? Yes? No? Well, no, not at all. We're doing it wrong. Here's how I know we're doing it wrong. Firstly, that's not how that's supposed to work. Get rid of all of this sulfur shit. Well, actually, that's probably how that is going to work, but we'll take care of that in a second. We're probably just going to run it into another acidizer for that step. I don't really need sulfur in copious quantities, but we can make it, so that is nice to know. It is technically a, that is technically a non-metal product too. But here's where everything needs to go become greatness. This is where all coal ore goes to become great. Let me grab out my substance. Put it in there. Put that shit in the shit. Nice. Cool. Eject. Get rid of it. Send it back to the place where it belongs. Honestly, I could run the other way too, but then we have like a lot of products I need to figure out. And this guy, he isn't even ejecting his stuff into the line. So that's going to be fun to figure out how we're going to get vitriol out of this. So we're on to vitriol problem solving. And this is the absolute brain pain that's going to be vitriol. How we eject the vitriol from this guy. And it all comes down to, I don't think we're going to be able to do it in a way that makes sense, so we're just going to do this. We're going to make the least amount of sense so it works. We're going to take a pipe anchor, and that will make the most amount of sense. Because it makes the least sense, it makes the most sense. That's my favorite thing to tell people. Because if you think something's going to make sense, you're pretty wrong. Boom. That's good. Now we can set it to vitriol. 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 Get trolled. Lamau. Fucking 2018. That's a 2018 moment right there. Okay, cool. This is nice. We're doing this. Boom. Good stuff. Good stuff. And that should increase my actual sulfuric acid production like tenfold. Every one of those vitriol setups is producing mercury as well. Apparently. And chlorine. Alright, back to centrifuge brain pain. So, of course, we have this stuff too, which we don't even know how to process it because I haven't even researched. God damn it. How dare you? This is terrible. That setup is going to be terrible. See, then I need 5 processing units for all of it. If we continue mainline into HP solvent phase, holy shit, that's going to be hard to do. Okay, I'm just saying, the second that we go to high performance solvent phase, then we have like 60 byproducts, and I do not want to deal with this many byproducts. So either we don't do that, and forfeit the amount of stuff I can make, or we do it anyway and try to figure it out. I think we'll have to go ahead and try to figure it out, because I can't not do that. That's the wrong thing to do. In this case, we must get every product extracted and turned into substances. Now, here's what I can say, is that we could just run everything through this thing. Because how often is he running? Not that often, it looks like. So as long as I keep him sustained with a supply of different substances. So like if I run this guy through him, say all of my byproducts start going through this setup, we are going to save a lot of time and resources on this. Because we need to do that. So we're going to do that now. So we have 63 of those in there. This is getting sent out to be processed. And it's going to get processed through the same process as this guy. It will be a little bit weird, but it's okay. If he can get to the same number, 4, then it will run. Nice. So now he's going well. Okay, and then we just hit the rest of this stuff with that HP solvent line. And then any other byproducts we centrifuge out from here need to go back into this line. So that's how that's going to be done. Then we also have that other product at the end, which is weird. Because that is the final HP solvent product. This is solved very well. But it also adds in more centrifuges to my centrifuge pile. Jesus. If God could see what man created, God would not be proud. But it's okay. It's just high performance solvent production line time. Nice. And then it's just connected all with piping. This is called spaghetti, and the Italians would be well, they'd probably tear down my whole thing. They'd go crazy right now. I'm gonna be honest. They'd probably tear it all down and be like, "Oh, here's the spaghetti. We will eat it all." Haha. Those are the Italians coming for the spaghetti. Gotta stop with this. No more spaghetti, guys. Gotta stop with the spaghetti. Calm down on spaghetti. Stop! Stop, please! No. 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 This sucks. Also, funny thing is... Oh, shit. Okay, I'm wrong. I was gonna say, funny thing is, we can't get any of this shit out of here. What the hell? Come on, man. Come on. Well, actually, this is gonna be great. Because that means all the sulfur will go to the same place. Nice. And what does this guy produce? Does he produce crumbs as well? Oh, yeah, he does. Oh, yeah, he does. They all produce crumbs, I think. Why can't you run like that? What the fuck? Holy fuck. What the hell? What's the problem? Does he just not like running with, like, more than or less than one? I have no idea. And anyway, this is the next step. It also needs a centrifuge. Oh shit. Don't even fucking jump in that shit. Holy f... Okay. Okay, guys. I'ma jump into this shit. Gets chopped to pieces. Holy shit. I'ma just jump into this shit right now, guys. Okay. We're at the final step. That's as far as I'm going with this process. Unless I do the hydrogen step. For good measure. So now what you could do is you could take it and put it into your final step, which is hydrogen. Hydrogen treatment. That's going to give you crumbs. Hell yeah. Hydrogen, then you get it to that. If you don't do hydrogen, you can't do anything with it. So hydrogen is the final step. But before we can do hydrogen, we have to process it. That's what the fuck? No, that's gonna be terrible. Because now I need to build 400 centrifuges to solve my issues. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that project now. Centrifuges and acidizer project. Now, it's fairly easy to build centrifuges. If you're an expert and know what you're doing, I might happen to be that. So let's go ahead and start looking at. I'm just going to throw this on the ground because I can probably produce more of that. Yeah, we'll forget it for later. I'll be like, oh shit, I wish I had more of this shit. Oops, threw it all on the ground. I'm sure I won't regret it. Let's head over to here. Oh, nice. You're making the acidizers? Cool. I will make the centrifuges. It's going to take me forever. But I will do it. Okay, so I'll just make I don't need that many. I think I'm just exaggerating, really. This place is empty as shit now. This is just turning into a warehouse. I'll make these. So I need an equal parts of this and this. Equal parts means cooking. Meth means meth. Then motors. Need to make motors. I'm great at making motors. I love making motors, guys. I am the expert on motor production. Watch me make 5 billion motors. I actually hate motors, honestly. You know what we should have brought is like all the copper from the moon. However, this is really handy. I wonder if we have more of that. In my moho crate. I wonder what's in these. Just a little bit of that. And some copper. Nice. I can process that through ore processing already. I actually don't know if this even has any supply to it. We'll see. Holy shit, though. It's empty in here. I think all that's left inside of here is like all of the small setups. I mean, yeah, we kind of do need a general purpose acidizer in case we need... We could just build an arsenic line. instead of using a general purpose acidizer. Oh shit. Almost fell into doom. This place is dangerous. Man, I was looking at it at the servers in the HBM Discord server channel, and there was like all kinds of dumb stuff. It was like, there was one that was like, oh, we have real OSHA rules. They probably don't even know what, oh, maybe they do. But they probably don't. It's probably just a joke. Insanity. Insanium. Oh shit, I need to make red copper. But anyway. Honestly, I'm probably going to put a general purpose processing unit. No crazy automation. Okay. Here. Oh, I mean, it is arsenic? We can get that from, Moho, I think. Like, we're at the point where we could automate that on Moho. Because it's using gallium arsenide, so it's coming from Moho. You can literally make it there. But I don't think we're going to need arsenic anymore, considering we have bismuth. Lathe. Well, on Moho you can get the gallium too, but I don't know what lathe can do. Maybe you can, but I don't know. I don't know anything about that. So you want to make 3 stacks of coils. That's going to be the starting point for this recipe. Actually, yeah, 3 stacks of coils is the starting point. And that's not 3 stacks of copper. That's 8 stacks of copper, which is a lot of copper. That means that you do need a lot of these stacks. That should be enough. Then I need a stack of iron ingots, which I should have dumped in a box somewhere, but I have some here. Then you'll need a stack. Actually, if you wanted to make a ton of these, you would actually need 3 stacks. That's why I'm thinking it's going to be so much. But I'm going to make enough motors so we don't have to make more. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 now. It's a good thing I can count using math. Okay, grab another stack of iron. If you're looking for iron, it's probably going to be at the old Bedrock ore process, Soy Jack Industries. It's going to be at Soy Jack Industries right there. And this is great. This is splendid. And also, I'm gonna need 8 more stacks, but I only have so much more red copper that I can spare, unfortunately. Yep, I'm gonna have to head over and grab some stuff from my other setup. But that's definitely something I need to automate, is the red copper production. So that way, when we need motors... Okay, there we go. I have enough red copper now. That'll leave us with 21 left over in the box. I'll just leave the resources to make it here. But, basically, our next goal is going to be automating motor production. Well, at least for me, it's going to be automating motor production. So, I'm going to mass produce motors. That's enough, and then I need another stack of iron ingots. And once we have that done, like, I'm just kind of curious. Have you actually used any of the circuits or anything that I've been producing? Because I am producing microchips and stuff. So if that's been helpful, it's good. Because I have been doing that. Now I can take 2 stacks of this, make it into coils. Usually you should make the plates first and then make the coils, but that is my batch craft of coils. Nice, that's good. Glad that it is seeing some usages. Iron powder. The remaining 11 acidizers are yours to use? Okay, cool. I'll get to them in a second. I just gotta process my iron through a furnace. Doom Eternal over here. Producing Ultra Doom. Hang on, why is my furnace shut off? What the hell? Ah, come on. This shit unfun. Boom, boom. Nice. Slap that down. Cool. And then finally, production's going well on this. Okay. Cool. This is it. This is the last step of everything. Oh my gosh, I got a load stun for that? I need to make all these iron ingots into plates. So when we automate the actual production for motors, we need one source of plates, one source of other things, and a source of another thing. Plates are going to be the least material to like make them, so like they'll be easy. Just set it up so it fills up a box. Once that is full, or like a dropper or something, or like, no, a hopper would be better, but set it up so it inserts into a hopper. Once the hopper is full, then it would be simple to measure. Why am I doing that? I just need to type in plate. And then it should just pull up the motors a little bit down here. Right here. Nice. 2 stacks of motors, which is a lot. That's weird. I forgot that is a thing. Anyway, centrifuge elements are now done. It's only going to use half the motors that I just made. Great. So when we need motors, I have like 64 in a box. So while that's happening, here's my centrifuges. They're all done. Now I need to look at what the cost is for circuits on these. It's just those ones, which requires capacitors. I hate capacitors, but we're going to have to make that. This guy's full of mercury. But he only has 300 red mud, so it's okay. So when we make the capacitors, that is simply just powder, insulators, which we do need more insulators then. Well, another source of them would be pretty good. 2 insulators, and then the reason I'm making these right now, I don't know why I'm making them actually, because I don't really need to make these. I probably have a pile of circuits somewhere. However, I'm just making these to be proactive, I guess, because I can see the impending apocalypse of, oh shit, I need this resource. I wish I had some. Because we're salvaging other setups, scrapping them and putting them into new setup. So that can only mean one thing. The world is ending and everybody's dying. Something has gone terribly wrong. Huh. This is great. Okay. Oh, I'm getting confused. I'm getting confused now. That's fine. Okay. Take this to a stack. I mean, technically we could just make... You only need 2 per, so this makes like 4 stacks of it. Nice. That would make 4 stacks of capacitors to just do that. And then we kind of need to set up an aluminum processing line, honestly. This place is about to be pretty empty. that in there. We're gonna need lead and vacuum tubes now. So lead wires are just as easy as the other wires. Just take lead, go here, wires. Nice. I think we're just gonna make like 4 or 5. Yeah, just make the whole thing into stacks. We could use all of them. Take all that out. That's where a lot of the rubber's at, apparently. The rubber's in hiding right there. And, of course, I already do have a bunch of circuits and things in here. In this box. And this stuff. That's actually pretty useful. So my other thing I need to make is glass. And then glass to tungsten wire as well. Yep, that's going to be fun. So we're going to type in vacuum tube so I can see what it needs. Because I'm pretty sure it's glass, tungsten wire, and the other thing. We need 3 stacks of these per the 2 stacks we have. So 6 stacks total. That's going to be fun. And we'll find some tungsten ingots somewhere. Because I know... Oh, here we go. I knew we had some hiding. That is a lot of tungsten ingots. Now they won't be hiding, though. Wire, tungsten, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That isn't right. Now I need to actually math here. I think it's just 2 or 3 more. We'll just do it until we have enough. Wire. 1, 2. Okay, cool. It was just 2. I was kind of right on my first assumption, but math plays out in weird ways. Nice. With that, I have 6 of those. Then I need 6 stacks of insulators. And 6 stacks of glass panes. If you all are wondering how might one even achieve that, it's not difficult, but it is easier when you have a lot of technology, I will say that. If you use the supply that we have of this gravel here, it will be great for making glass production. Nice, 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 nice. It also makes insulators too. But this asbestos blocks can also do that job as well. Then I can just do that, and I literally have every single stack of insulators I'm ever going to need, so that's good. I'm pretty sure that's how I originally was making circuits, besides just doing it manually and putting that stuff in. Also need to supply that. Then we'll be on to boards. And for every stack of capacitors we have, how many boards do I need? He doesn't use vacuum tubes. He doesn't... These guys. It's 4 boards, so twice the amount of capacitors. But that's not hard. So once I have all of these paired, I'll have to go ahead and get my 4 stacks of circuit boards. And that's really easy. Just 2 steps. Get these and get gold plates. And this makes 4 stacks right here. Nice. One's going in. And the rest are going in here. Now I can move on to the next step. I'm going to go ahead and put all of the circuits that are in this box into the other box. Because we need to keep these in sight and in mind. So, because that's 13 circuits we could have used earlier. But I'm going to make my batch of them, so that way that there's 64 extra in the other place. I'm just missing the vacuum tubes. I'm about to have that, though, because I'm about to make glass. 3.
And of course it takes 6 to make the 16 stacks of panes, but this should be fine anyway. If we can get them all cooked up fast enough, not take too much of my time. This is going to take forever, I feel like. Yeah, but while that's happening, I can just go over here and craft up panes. Craft up some panes. Nice. That's 2 stacks. Get them paired. Then I can start making them into circuit boards too. Or making them into the vacuum tubes as well. Nice. I mean, it's not as cool, but it does make more sense to do this. Cool. Now we're on to more. More of these. Nice. Go here. Do this. Boom. 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 Cool. Do that. Do another one. Sometimes I just think too much. Do this again. Do this again. Man. Sometimes I just wish I could not think about dumb stuff that's probably not gonna happen. Here we go. There we're at 6. 6 stacks is all I needed. And this should be my 64 circuits that I don't need. Nice. Well, now that that's done, let's go ahead and move on to the next step. How much of what does it need? Copper plates and steel plates. 8 and something else. And my things are done in here. Cool. We only used like a few. That means I can make 8 centrifuges. So multiply the recipe by 8. That means you need 32 polymer bars or bakelite bars. Okay. And then it means also that you need 64 of the steel plates. If we don't think we have enough steel, I know where there is more steel. At the new steel production facility. Oh dear. Yeah. But there is an entire steel crate right now of steel. Over here. Which is absolutely amazing for production. Because we have industrified everything. We've reached max tier industrial production for steel. Or we're about to reach an even higher tier of it, because we're about to have 4 times steel processing. Go over to the anvil. We're going to make an entire stack of these. Nice. Going to make half a stack of copper. Unless we have copper plates, but it should be half a stack of copper ingots to make copper plates. Should be half a stack of copper ingots. Okay, if we don't have enough copper ingots here, I'm going to take all my meteoric copper and process it. Which should give me like 7 stacks of copper, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see how many it gives me. We'll see if it is actually 7 or if I just made that number up. Alright, 1, 6. Oh dear. But it was actually 7. No, it made like 6 and then I had 28. So, definitely wasn't 7, so I did just lie to everybody. Haha. Get lied to. Now let's continue on. Let's go ahead and split that up. We have 32, and then, of course, to do this, I have 64 and 32. The math is mathing, I believe. As a math guy, math is mathing. Why did I put 16 when I need 32? What kind of brain damaged logic is this? It's 4 times. Ultraviolet crystals made? Cool. Is that for the gravel processing? Gravel processing. We're gonna have a setup to process gravel at the gravel facility. 35 analog circuit boards are made. That's absolutely insane to see this number on analog circuit boards. Gravel processing. I can't believe we're actually about to... We could probably automate Xernox production. Oh, that's good. Yeah, do that. That's an absolutely wonderful idea. I'm not joking. I actually want that idea. Let's do it. I get that sometimes it probably sounds like I make jokes, but really, sometimes I'm being completely genuine. I think you already know that. Really want that to happen, spark production rise. And I know embellishing does not help. Sounds like I'm embellishing. Go ahead and run over and grab my thing. Oh, that sounds weird, but basically I need to grab hoppers from whatever box I put those in. Hoppers, ejectors, these things, this thing, that thing, this thing. And I think I should be covering all the bases here. Unless we end up doing some kind of weird combination oven thing at the end, I think we're covered. I think we're good. So let's go ahead and put the hopper into this. Now, here's the thing. We are producing another byproduct here, which is absolutely wonderful for people who like to produce more byproducts. But I would prefer to not have that be the thing that happens. So let's continue to build until we reach to here. I don't even know what I said 5 seconds ago, but do this. Run the thing, do the thing, find the thing, make the thing. Nice. Look at that, 2 of them, twice the yield. That's good stuff. Non-metal bedrock ore. And then we have this one treated with high-performance solvent, which you process that and it gives you what exactly? Oh, really? Oh, it gives you niter. Holy shit, that's actually valuable. That is actually pretty valuable. But that means it can just go through all the same shit we just did with it. It's just, we need to make sure that it gets done. And I hate that we have to have it go through the same machines, but it is what it is, because we did it wrong the other time. And well, you can see how that turned out. Here's what I'm going to do. Since we're going to make this really, really stupid, right? We're going to make it really, really stupid. We're going to fucking do everything backwards here. We're going to insert into an ejector, which makes no sense at all. Put that in the blacklist slot. Now, it may make no sense, right? But because it makes no sense, it makes absolutely perfect sense to me. This is absolutely the most logical reason we should do this. It doesn't make sense, so it makes the perfect sense. Nice. Good job. And I'm pretty sure everybody can relate to that. Right? Everybody can relate to this. That if it makes no sense, it makes absolutely perfect sense. So that's probably what's going to happen. And now you can see that it is doing its job. The way I intended it to. Nice. It's building up its buffer of garbage. Oh, what is this? Oh dear. Hop on the line. Gets sent to the gulag. The conveyor to gulag right here. Nice. That just leaves these. Oh wait. Were those mine? Oh shit. Oh no. Oh dear. Please don't do it. Don't do it. No. Stop. Stop. I need these back. That's mine. Oops. Jump up. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that shit. That was just my brain shut off and went, oh yeah, that's how you do that. Nope. This is running to here. Nice. It's making byproduct stuff. When it gets its next one of those, it will just send it back into there. It is good. That's good. That's good. So now the final step, I'm gonna use probably a conveyor for it. Just to end it with the cherry on top, the last step gets a conveyor. Because it's gonna be the well, actually it's the most likely to overflow. If we're being completely 100% honest, this shit's the most likely to overflow as far as all of my other machines go. The only reason none of this shit is gonna overflow because it all backs up instead. So it will back up like an oil setup, which can't dump through the pipes, thankfully. But if it could, it would be terrible. If your oil setup gets backed up and it starts leaking. God damn. That's a sad day. You need to add leaky pipes. Oh god. Make that for 528 mode. Please don't make that for my mode. Regular mode. Normie mode. 528 mode. The GTNH mode. Alright guys, you wanna play Greg Tech? Just set it to 528 mode. No! I heard something mining, but that's weird. That's weird. Alright guys. Now we're getting out some great outputs for this thing. Absolutely good. Good work guys. Absolutely crushing these ores out here today. Yeah, nice. So proud of all that hard work we just put in. Oh, that's my centrifuges? Are they all done? Or did you make new ones? These are mine, right? We're in the Industrial Revolution right now. That's what I'd call this. Industrial Revolution. Alright, so this Stop. Stop. That shit was dumb. Big dumb. Terribly dumb. Stupidly dumb. Why? So the next step, no, I mean just right click. Then you just right click from here. And it goes into hydrogen. Ooh, hydrogen. I like hydrogen, right? Well, hydrogen's the only way to get this to the next step. The final step. The final tier of this setup. Revolves around hydrogen and its usages. To make dihydrogen monoxide. If you don't know what that is, then I mean, don't look up dihydrogen monoxide, it's just water. Okay? Because I know there's Daniels out there who are going to look up dihydrogen monoxide and think that it's actually toxic. That's the one person in this universe who exists for the sole purpose of just being stupid. It's like the most low-tier brain power I've ever met. The lowest amount of brain power. He literally consumes other people's brain power. That's how low his is. Holy crap. Nobody understands how much it annoys me, what he asked yesterday. Dumb as shit. Dumbest shit of all time. Why isn't my setup working? Why is it not working? Oh, it's because of this, this, and this. Why is my setup still not working? Maybe it's a problem. The problem is universal. Probably. It probably affects everybody. He had picked up the item after I gave him the new one, right? He was thinking it was the item that was the problem. He thought it was bugged. It's like he mined it. Then I did / give him a new one and watched him throw it away. Then he picked up the old one and it still had the same problem because it was user error. His brain wasn't braining. He was just doing user error. It's like, shit. It's the first thing you need to figure out is user error. Why? Why? Because there's plenty of dumb people in this world. I think I know 90% of them now. Jesus, that's terrible. But it's okay because it's fine. We can be fine with that. Okay, back to it. But yeah, that is insane. When I finally solved his problem for him, he was like, oh. I'm not even sure. He's just. What the fuck? The fuck? Okay. Okay. Oh, I just realized I still haven't done that project yet. That's a great idea for something I'll do after I set up automation for ammunition production. Build machine gun area. Nice. Absolutely nice. We'll make sure that safety is the last concern. I mean, it already is, clearly, with this thing just being at ground level so you can hop in. It's a kiddie pool for any toddler that happens to make it through my half-built fence. Jesus. They see swim pool. I see box of lava. They see molten steel. Or no, I see molten steel. They see swimming pool. Of course, they'd probably already get run over by, like, the traffic to the gulag, which still hasn't been built either. Well, the road hasn't been built, but the gulag exists. It's just miles out that way. 4 kilometers in this direction. On an island. But it's so poorly designed that anybody could escape or just burn the entire thing down. I think we probably need to re-engineer that thing in like a year or two. Or something. Oh, it's time for us to swap out my coal. Or put in new coal. Shit. No. No. That can't be happening right now. I can't have just done that. That was the dumbest shit. Trying to get my crate out, it drops in the fucking crucible. God damn it. You know what that means? That means it became molten steel too. At least it's 8 ingots still. It's just molten. But that was still some dumb shit. Okay, note to self. Don't be stupid. Like Daniel. That's a Daniel move right there. That's a Daniel move. Certified Daniel moment. Here we go. Now we're doing it. Now we're doing it good and proper. Eventually we will get through all of that. Process out all the steel. Hell yeah. Steel production. Steel production. And I know it's hydrogen time. Hydronium time. This goes through another centrifuge. Preferably we send all the shit back into the old shit. But, no. Probably not. So yeah, we'll set up the new centrifuge right here. Noise. 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 If we set up another centrifuge for this, it's not worth it. Or another thing for it, it's not worth it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean centrifuge. I didn't mean to insult my centrifuge's feelings like that. It's probably like giga sad right now. But anyway, the centrifuge is the most useful machine right here. Yeah, so anything but the other stuff can get like taken out and put into the other machines. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even sure how the heck we're gonna process it all. So it's probably just gonna get assigned to its own or to a line, and then the new byproduct, which is this high performance byproduct. Which I'd prefer this if it was just like, But you can send it through that, and it gives you sodium. Sodium! Oh, yeah. I like sodium. Sodium. But anyway, we're going to do sodium through the bottom. Well, not sodium through the bottom. Actually, no. Do it through the side. Ah, shit. No, yeah, it has to go through the bottom. Something has to go downwards. It's going to have to be all of that other shit. Because then if I do this out the front, I can extend it and do a blacklist filter. Nice. Then I can just do this on a whitelist filter. Nice. Then I can just do everything else goes in the other way. Nice. Then if I want to, split them out even more. In the dumbest way possible, without even involving any kind of extra bullshit. Because that's the thing I like. It's less bullshit, more logic. Let's go ahead and find out where that sorter is. Somewhere in here there's a sort. Oh, it's probably up there. That makes a big issue with all this piping. Oh, dear God. It is in the pipe spaghetti. Make me upsetty. Pipe spaghetti. What? No. That does not make sense. How does that happen? It's almost as if the piping exists to exist and torment me. At this time, we've discovered that the sulfuric pipe is somewhere in the way of all the other piping for the conveyor. So what is this thing? Let's figure that out. That's an acidizer for water. Okay. Then this is where the thing is. Yes, no, maybe, probably not. Looks like it's not. Dear God. Where is it at? Oh, that's for like end lines. But I still have connection points. Is the... Okay. What we should do is put every single product from there into here. Then anything that makes crumbs goes through the same line. We just have to find a way to do that. We probably can destroy this stuff. Let's go ahead and look at how this even connects into the thing. Because this guy produces those, right? Yeah, and he sends it into some other shit. Hold on, let's tear all this down. Let's re-engineer the wheel that we made, because it's backwards. It's absolutely wrong. That's not how you build a wheel. That's how you make a square wheel. That's failing. Because I said make a wheel, not a square wheel. Well, I said we're making a wheel, not a square wheel. Not to make a... Don't try that at home. Okay? Don't try making a wheel. If you make a wheel, it's probably going to explode or something. Actually, probably should have put don't try that at home on, like, the videos I used to make where I would take apart, like, microwaves and shit. But, you know, I don't believe in that kind of thing. Just go ahead and do it at home. Try making a wheel at home, and I want to see it. I made a wooden pickaxe one time in woodshop class. I'm surprised I didn't get in trouble for that, but to be fair, that doesn't matter. What matters is that we send everything into this thing, and then boom, it all goes in the machine. It all just works. But not Canada. Canada doesn't work. Why am I saying that? I don't know what you're talking about. It works perfectly. As Napoleon intended. It was all part of his genius plan to conquer Germany, or no, conquer Russia in winter. And we all know what that means. And I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm going insane. I think that's what's happening. Let's go ahead and figure out where this is gonna go. How we're gonna pipe into that with conveyor. Pipe into it with conveyor. What? This is weird, but okay. Anyway, so here we have all of this stuff coming out, which is these things. Those need to go over to there. So we're gonna put them all on the same line, right? So this guy has a line that's gonna take them to the place over here as well. And then we can just use one combinator thingy to do all the work. Isn't it so simple? That is what is important, okay? See, some people don't like simplicity. That's what it is. But some people do like simplicity. I am the person who likes simplicity. Some people will tell you simplicity is nothing when for some reason, because they're stupid. They're absolute idiots. But this is simplicity. Look at that. One conveyor for all of my shit, saving tons of resources right here. So now all I have to do is get rid of that shit. Get rid of this shit. We should be good. We should be seeing that it's working, kind of. To some degree it is working. I'm going to also throw this on the line. And now we are having a constant funnel of that shit to the other section of planet Earth. Now, it's quite curious how this thing works, but So this inserts into that. It's just inserting directly into it. Treated with sulfuric acid. Nah, that's okay. Stop. Another Discord message. Ah. Ah. Oh, nice. That's why it's clogged. Perfect. It's meant to be that way. It's like arteries. Clogged. Brilliant. Oh, shit. What have I done? That is terrible. Stop that now. No. No. Fucking work. What the fuck is the problem? Oh, it's going into an ejector. That's the issue I've discovered. Because I am brain damaged now. I am the king of... Daniel gave me brain damage, okay? It's not my fault. It's Daniel's fault. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. So much. God damn it. Man, how do I use the oil refinery? Why is my power so messed up? Daniel, if you were watching this, please know that I will not be on your team because you're going to ask me how your oil refinery isn't working. And if it doesn't make sense, it's going to be like, and I know you're going to argue with me, but I'm just saying, if you can't figure out something that basic, like how can I trust you to run the Chernobyl power plant in 1986? You'll just pull a Dyatlov on me. That's what I'm saying. Makes a lot of sense, okay, guys? Just saying. I don't know how the heck that's even possible, but it is. Okay, so the final product of this goes through hydrogen. We all know what that means. It's going to make a lot of something. Or that's supposedly the ultimate beast, is the hydrogen mode. When you hit the hydrogen step, you have produced everything. Every intermediate step before hydrogen is producing byproducts. So, if you're producing byproducts in all of your intermediary steps, then the final step is that big step. I don't actually know what that's going to be for this, other than that I need this to be hydrogen. So, we'll set that to hydrogen. We'll put in a secret pipe that nobody can see, or cable. I'm getting a lot of people either messaging me on Discord or joining my Discord. I don't know which one yet. I haven't checked. Let me go ahead and look. Dumb plus smart. Peak landscape. Nice. Ah, there's people joining Discord. Or they're memeing. He's become world's... Looks like... God damn it. Well, it's okay. It's great memes that they're posting, but I don't really care. Let's go ahead and get back to the task at hand of... where did that shit come from? Well, I think I threw that there. Yes, this is absolutely peak performance right here. Now, when I take a photo of this and send it to HBM, the mod developer himself, I wonder what he will think. But, we'll finish with this thing. We'll get finished with it. We need a ton of pipe anchors for hydrogen. We all know where pipe anchors come from? No, maybe yes, probably. How is this getting supplied these? How does that work? How did I set this process to work like this? Hello, processing. How are you working? How do you work? What the heck? Oh, he just pulls out this shit and puts it in there. But then what does this thing do? So that just does your first ore process. Oh. Okay. I think I made a fundamental error in how I set up this entire thing. Hello, I know you from somewhere. Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. Yeah. But I made a fundamental error here in sending it back to this thing. This is the start of the process, and, well, it actually needs to go into this thing. So, we're going to redirect everything, and we're going to try to move everything over before I screw it up too much. It's already been screwed up too much. Anyway, everything needs to go into that inserter. And instead, it's all going into that inserter. Or it needs to find another way in. So, we're going to do that really insanely cursed thing and put it into an ejector. That's fucking great. So, do this, and then just redirect it. Okay, now this is what some people call very redneck. It's redneck level behavior, but we'll go ahead and do that. And then I'll just tear out these pipes. No, why is it called redneck level behavior? Because this is how they probably built the house I grew up in. Yeah, it's great, right? Great construction, guys. Absolutely wonderful. I am absolutely amazed by the production value of this production setup. This line is lining. And let's go ahead and fix this before it becomes an issue. Grab out all that shit. Throw all that shit there. Boom, goodbye. I do not need you anymore. Good stuff. Good times, guys. See, now it's inserting into here and coming out of there. So that means everything's going to be 10 times less efficient. Potentially. It might get bottlenecked. But I don't really care. See, what I do care about is that this gets burnt because I don't want it. I don't want that shit here. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Go. Out of my kitchen. Wait, is that stuff I need? Oh, that is. Oops. My bad. I made a mistake. An upsetty spaghetti mistake. Also, you have to consider how much power this thing must consume, all running at the same time. Because they're literally all running at the same time now. Which is absolutely wonderful, but still, we are trying to eject here. Eject all that shit. Keep going, machine. You're doing great job. You're doing a great job. Now, the output of that is probably something else that does not exist yet. Sodium. Terrible. But at least sodium's clogging up the arteries of my factory, not other stuff. So, let's go ahead and put the sodium in here. Nice. See, now anytime it takes out sodium, it's going to make it into sodium ingots, which are also going to go into here. Nice. And sodium can't get smelted. So, sodium is special. It's okay. Here's what we do with special things. We're going to eject from the inserter sodium. And sodium is used in something along the lines of coolant, molten sodium reactors. And so if you like molten sodium, I just now have gotten sodium. Let's go ahead and see if that's correct or no. It is not correct. Do that. Boom. Now I have my sodium. Sodium. Absolutely wonderful. Sodium. Whitelist for sodium. Because it's useless. It's jack squat. Doing nothing. Now the question is this guy outputting all of his shit? And is it getting all picked up in that line? Come on. We actually need this high-performance solvent products to get out of there. Like right now. So they can go do their job up here. I knew this was a bad idea. But high-performance solvent, hurry up and get out of the way. Because we really need that to happen. And I also need to take out aluminum chunks. Put them into this thing as well. Because now, everything goes through the same line. Which makes things a lot easier. Especially considering how annoying it was earlier. But I have 6 stacks of cryolite. These are basically aluminum with extra steps, if you know what I mean. We can also put cryolite chunks in here as well. Then we can eject into another hopper through that. So now, the setup takes everything, moves it, does all the things in one line, which makes things a lot simpler. Now, yes, we're not getting the same yields we are getting for coal. Coal goes through a combination oven and does an extra step before it becomes processed down. At least in that first one. In the rest of them, it's... Well, actually, all of them go through that. Never mind, I take that back. They're all going through the same process, basically. Which is really wonderful. Except, now it's not getting those. Which is a slight issue. What even are these? Why aren't they You can put those in there. What the fuck? It's the same thing. Just run them. Just run it. Okay, but there's another issue. This is not getting ejected anymore. And that's because of that. Okay, cool. Which means it needs to go into a box. So all of that stuff can get pulled out through a hopper. That's how I'm going to do it. Pull it through a hopper, put it into one of these, a combinator funnel. So we need to get over to here, do that. And I can't place this in from there, so we're going to have to go around and then dig underneath the ground and into the stone. Okay, we are making huge progress rapidly. Rapidly progressing forward with this. This should just make all of it into pieces of the stuff. That's nice. That should be everything else that it doesn't necessarily need. And then we can filter out all the products later. How are you liking the steel processing? Is it going well? Steel production is absolutely amazing, right? Got 4 crates down there. Almost. Oh, it's time to take a photo for HBM. So, Jesus. The mountain of acidizers. Fucking... This guy has 2 nuclear craters in his world. It makes sense, though. It's great. Those are like testing craters. Yeah, those are like testing. Like he was experimenting there. So there's two types. There's the ones where you actually are doing it to test. Like that looks like a salted hydrogen explosion. That one looks like a regular salted explosion, and that one just looks like a hydrogen one. I honestly prefer just a salted regular for my nuclear bomb taste. But there's many options. Wait, is that his base? No. That's just, like, he's got tons of other craters, too. That guy's having fun. This should be the cover art for HBM mod, right there. Nice. Absolutely glorious photo. But then when you look up and you just see 10,000 of these things, I don't think we have enough of them. Honestly, we need to... Well, if this was a Russian setup, the actual layout would be... just everything should be... The style of Russian setup is... All pieces are arranged nicely and neatly. But you have 5 billion of them in the same setup. The only reason I say that is how the Russians set things up. It's because I've seen them do that. But then everybody else is also copying them, probably. Because I saw them do it first, so... Clearly, they were the first ones to invent that. That makes about as much sense as... something. The hell is this? What are you talking about? Let me check my map. I actually... What? What is what? Let me see. What the hell? Oh, that's tungsten crystals. Since tungsten wasn't easy enough to get, that's just tungsten crystals. There's crystals of zirconium and stuff. If you need neodymium, it also has those. Since it's not easy enough to get tungsten from a spaceship. I mean, now it might actually not be. That might be... But for us... It's not easy enough to get it from a spaceship. Alright, we're just, seeing a nice amount of that go through. Yawn for HBM right there. Since I know he likes yawning in videos. Why are you yawning in your video? Okay, do this. Connect. That puts it in there. Nice. So now we do hydrogen. Now we do hydrogen for all of them. The hydrogen comes from the sun. No, I'm joking. I wish it did. But really what we can do is just electrolyze water for hydrogen. And I might just do that locally. But I gotta think about it first. I really have to think about it. What the hell is this nonsense? Is it just clogged with those? So that's what's going on. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's good. It's absolutely wonderful. It's doing stuff. We need to like to have clog prevention on the conveyors here. Clog is my worst enemy. I hate clog. But I don't think it's going to be able to do that. This guy's just got to get faster. Yeah, if he can get faster, he can start like exporting more lignite. Then it's all about evacuating lignite from every single system I have. And sulfur. And other stuff, too. We also need to put in the nitric acid to this. I'm pretty sure the nitric acid production line is running at full capacity right now. Let's go see that. Is that actually happening? Well, it was earlier, for sure. But it's definitely getting consumed rapidly if I hook in the other thing. And also, for the building of the other thing, we must obtain copious quantities of spare materials. Because that is a thing that does exist. Also, I need to check my RTG pellets, which are almost dead. So we're going to need to swap on the RTG pellets soon. I might do that. I don't know. We have oxygen, hydrogen being produced there. No, that's going to space. I could just use the one from up there. That one used to do all that all the time. Actually, I think I already have an oxygen hydrogen setup. I don't even need a setup for it. What am I doing? Do I really need a setup for it? Vein miner on all of this shit. I just came here for the... Not for the pipes and the energy connections, but I came here for the substance called something. I can't remember what I'm looking for, actually. My brain is shutting off in like 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was... It was already shut off. That's great. I can't think of what I'm thinking of, so like... I don't know what I'm trying to think of. I came here for something. Maybe I have like early onset like forgetting syndrome. Early onset dementia. Huh. Probably wouldn't be surprising. That might make sense. But I don't really care. That doesn't bother me. I just can't remember. Like, genuinely can't remember why I came over here. Maybe I hit my head. I don't know how that would have happened, but that doesn't make sense. Hydrogen. That's what it was. Did I have hydrogen set up over here? Maybe I do. Probably don't. Oh, yeah, I do have a hydrogen. Oh, yeah, I do have a hydrogen, right? Oh. I know what it was. I went there for pipes. But you know what I say about to this? You know what I say to this? We don't need those pipes no more. Not in my kitchen. And then we need to clean up the actual warehouse next episode, I think. think that's what I need to do. Do like set up all the new lines and shit. We don't even run the fucking pipe connectors on this, apparently. It used to be back in the day, whenever you need to pipe something, you just build a giant ass pipe because the fucking drones are dumb, and the fucking. It was back at the time of drones. That's what I'm saying, but the drones are dumb. Anything else, probably not. I could also set up storage for the hydrogen and oxygen at the place. I probably should do that. Make it so it caps off at a certain point. I can do that next episode. But I definitely do need a hydrogen and oxygen storage there. Because that is important. Okay, those are very important materials. Chemically. Well, I don't really think oxygen has as much of a use as the other substance, hydrogen, but we already produce both of them as byproducts of both oil processing and as a product of atmospheric distillation as well, which kind of go hand in hand at that setup. But I came here for pipes, and I can't find any pipe anchors. Okay, let's go back. Let's back step. Trace back my steps to find out where I was thinking of the last thing I was thinking of. Pipe anchors. Pipages. Alright, so once we get back to here, I'm going to check for pipe anchors. Somewhere. Pipe anchors? Pipe anchors? Wait, no, we're gonna just make... Why am I saying we're gonna search for it? We need to make them. Okay, so 3 stacks of plates. We'll make 3 stacks of... We'll make 1 stack of pipes. Pipes. Ready for the pipages? Boom. Pipages are completed. Nice. Then I grab a substances from here. I think we just need 1 stack to make this now. Actually, a half stack. It's just a half stack for this, isn't it? Nice. Is it just this, or is it plates? Oh, it is just that. Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. To a degree. Run to here. Jump into the setup. So now I have 2 stacks of these to pipe that hydrogen over. We're going to connect hydrogen up to my hydrogen machinery. And I'm going to be happy once we're done with this setup, because the second we're done with this is the second I don't have to pipe 5 kilometers anymore to get simple items to far locations. But let's see how far this pipe goes. Looks like it connects up there. Does it have any attachment points I could use? Okay. Looks like I'm going to be using this then. That is my attachment point. 9, 10. Once you reach 10, drop down, place one. Pipe anchor too far away. Stupid. Stupid. Pipe anchor too far. You are an idiot. Ha 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 ha. What the fuck? Pipe anchor is still too far away. It's literally like 1 block closer. Ah, it's 8.2, so it's farther than 10, guys. Yeah, I know how to do math as well. Maybe it's Java being an idiot. Java, the coding language. Not the Star Wars character. Fucking hate Java now. Java, the code. Well, I've always hated Java. I hate Java because I can't code it, so I'm not gonna... It's also, like, really weird, because it's all about the objects in it. It's very, very much about objects. Because instead... So, like, in a coding language I am familiar with, it's just telling the machine what to do. But Java's about objects. It's all about objects. That's why I like other languages better. Python's the same way, except I feel like I could learn Python easily. I feel like I could do it on a... It'd be pretty cool to learn it, but it's just, like, if I'm gonna do anything, it's gonna be Bash. Bash is what I would do. I could do Bash. It's Linux. Just do Linux and you'll be doing Bash. CD. Literally the same thing as what you do on Windows in your command prompt. That's why I could learn Bash. Probably not anything else. The pipe monster underneath the ground. See, that's the... What's the guy's name? So who's the guy who wrote Cthulhu? That guy's book. The real monster is not Cthulhu. It's Cthulhu that lives under the ground, is made of 1,000 metal pipes. Because somebody didn't have a architect do city planning. Oh, this is gonna be exceeding the 9... Ah! Stupid. Idiot. This is great, but it should be right under this one, right? I can't believe that's over 10. I can't believe it's over 10. Actually, I can believe it's over 10. But it was right at 9. I guess it makes sense because it was halfway at... Who cares? Who asked? That one's good. I know it is good. Because I can certify that it is good. This is a certified good pipe. Okay, so to do this properly, so we don't screw anything up in the future, as far as piping is concerned, we're going to place the pipe anchor right there. Because it's too fucking far away, the game is going to lie to us. It's okay. Alright, guys. It's okay. We can calm down and figure this out. We're going to connect the pipe correctly this time into here. Ooh la la. Isn't that just magical? That should be... No. But this should be... No. But that should... Yes, both of them are. Perfect. We'll just pipe right over to that. Okay, we're not there yet. We're not to the piping step yet. It's just so we can keep shit clean. Let's be smart about how we pipage. Do my pipages. Pipage setup. Okay, that should be good. So now if I connect all of that up using my wrench, because I am apparently an HBM plumber right here. HBM certified plumber. Hell yeah. Just slap the pipes together until they work. Okay, that sounds kind of fishy, gonna be honest. Let's not say that anymore. That's not going to be great for making us thousands of billions of dollars to spend on Android M2s, so we can then continue to produce some kind of magical device that's able to do everything I ever wanted it to do, and then some. Solvent. Okay, I'm glad it doesn't match because that actually saved me that time. I just made a mistake with that one. So where is the pipe that this connects to? Where is it? Mr. Freeman? Where's the pipe? Is it actually this one? Where the fuck is the pipe at for this? My pipages I cannot find. Let's start from the beginning. So it goes to here, goes through here, and it makes it all the way down to there. Pipe end. Nice. Exactly. Hydrogen. And everything in that piping is now going to be hydrogen. That means that we have hydrogen now. In the machines. Running the machine. Running the machine. What the hell? Come on, man. You can't be doing that shit. Nah, nah, nah. No. No. Stop. Okay, please. Please, somebody please tell me what's wrong with this machine. Oh, the machine's gone rogue. It's not hydrogen. Okay, makes sense. Now we're gonna bury the centrifuge because it deserves to be 6 feet under dead dirt. Imagine getting buried in dead dirt. That must be depressing. Except, can't be depressed. Eh. Dead dirt. Dead dirt for the dead. Nice. No ice. Alright, so now that we've finished that, we are rapidly getting energy, apparently. Don't know how that's happening. But that's the final steps for both of the processes. So what happens next, after you hit hydrogen, there is no more centrifuging. Correct? You have your hydrogen step, and that's it. It's done. Hydrogen is saying, hey guys, stop doing this shit. You all have done enough. Okay. Time to connect. So the way this works, you will put inserters on both of these machines on the... Oh, it looks like we connect via the center prong. Never mind. But that's weird. Okay, so you connect on the center prong for every machine. Okay, so that way it's all standardized and looks very Russian. Russian setup. Almost. Because when in doubt, copy it out. Just steal the answers from somebody who probably did it better than you could. Yep. That's why we're stealing the techniques from the Russians. We're having 3... Well, this is wrong, though. Their technique involves using 3 of the same machine to do the same as 1 upgraded machine. So technically, this isn't stealing from them. This is doing my own weird layout. The array pattern's the same, but what it's doing is not. Okay, now it's outputting, putting into here. That's going to be the final step. Correct. Correct. Yes. Look at that shit. It's going to be producing 64. I wonder if it's more economical to not do it this way, though. It could technically totally be more optimal to do it the other way. I'm going to be honest. It might be more optimal. Now, the reason why is probably because the other way is making 36 per centrifuge operation. However, it doesn't really matter in my opinion, because if it's working like this, and it's giving you 64 per, 36 is a lot less than 64. So, I mean, I think it's still optimal. It's just you have a slag byproduct now, which means you can make more shit technically too. Because that means another automation line comes out of that. Either concrete or something. But once you have this stuff all done, it's time to fill it in. Make it look okay, acceptable, presentable. Make it look presentable. It's a presentation. A Google Slides presentation. But that should be good enough for now. This guy's doing his stuff. This guy's doing his stuff almost. But now it's time to cable everything together. Which I think we're just going to use the other fancy cables. Fancy schmancy cables. Fancy pants cables. Go over to here. I think I have them in one of these boxes somewhere. There's cables. I'm certain. There should be cables here. Yeah, maybe. Maybe there's cables. Maybe there isn't. Who knows? It's a gamble. And now I have enough cabling that I can actually make this look okay. So we'll put the cables in on the left side. Maybe? Maybe? Yeah, do left side. Left side is the cable side. That looks good because it will be standardized. And everybody likes standardization, okay? Standardization is the reason NATO exists, so. Let's go ahead and standardize everything. Make it all the same. So it looks like the other thing. Make it all look the same. Because then we can use it better. Alright, go to here. Then I build my pillar of these. Sometimes just gotta stop thinking. Alright, cable's going in there. Cable will go in. Alright, so we're gonna dig down from here. Okay. Okay. Wait. Oh god. Oh god. No. Please make it simple. Please make it sweet. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I've identified an issue in this process. So the cabling to get to there is gonna be so ridiculously stupid and complicated that I'm just not gonna do it. That's the problem I've identified. So what we're gonna do is the solution to that problem, which is to find the path of least resistance. This theorem describes how instead of being an idiot, I can rub my brain cell together and then have the answer is fish. Okay? We're going to drop down one block, put in a cable connector on the bottom. This will look like it's identical, but will be in fact completely different. But as long as it looks the same on the surface level, it doesn't matter what's on the inside of that. Because now they all look exactly the same, especially once I bury that one. So you can't see all that shit. This one too, because that's just absolutely foul looking. We need that to look beautiful. This setup is just buried acidizers, half submerged in the ground. And then, of course, the occasional combination setup. And this guy's actually doing stuff, right? Oh, yeah, he's doing stuff. He is cooking. But this guy is not cooking all the stuff fast enough. So we are actually at a bit of a problem with that. So I need to get an upgrade for speed on that one, I would say. Definitely needs a speed upgrade somewhere in here. Because that guy isn't working fast enough for the amount of shit he's got to do. And the same thing is to be said of the other one. We need those fast. And, yeah, this guy doesn't produce any extra byproduct, but these guys will. And now it's time for the final step of piping, which is going to be very, very, very simple. We're going to just copy and paste the idea I just used. So, you do 2 blocks down, and then you're going to do a pipe anchor instead of a cable this time. And that is the copy and pasted solution. Actually, you're going to go, yeah, 2 blocks down, pipe anchor, right on the bottom. That is how you copy and paste the answers. And let me tell you, copy and pasting the answer, some people might be like, oh, use your brain, but you can use your brain to copy and paste the answer, right? Genius. So that's for anybody in school. But I didn't really copy and paste the answer. I'm kind of a machine, so it's just genetics. Genetically smarter than most people. Okay, so we're going to build another conveyor from here. 3 meters, 4 meters, 5 meters, 6 meters, 7 meters, 8 meters, 9 meters. And we're going to stop at 9 meters. Then once we reach 9 meters, we're going to go ahead and connect it. Boom. We're going to build towards the other one. Because I'm guessing one pipe over here is going to have that nitric acid juice that I'm looking for. Sweet, sweet nitric acid juice. Nitric acid. Where are you? Right here. Absolutely wonderful. Look at that. Pipes don't match. Terrible. But let's go ahead and nitric acid. Just do that. Shift click. And now they will connect because they are the same. Which works. Because like items go together. Nice. Bury this in dirt. Because I don't want to see that anymore. That's disgusting. Get that out of here. Oh, and... okay, continue. Now it's got nitric acid, and it's currently doing what it's supposed to do. Except for that. but we'll get to that in a second, how we're going to deal with that problem. See, that's going to get recycled. Recycled. Nobody gets that, but we're going to take that out, send it to this thing. Probably like this. So now it will eject any kind of foreign debris. And we now have tons of iron in production as well. Although I'm pretty sure what I'm supposed to do is stop, think, and go, hang on a second. Can't I just take this a step further? Well, actually, the other way gives you 4 times per, but this is okay. This will be fine. This gives you 4 ore. This would give you 16 iron to do this setup. It doesn't cost any nitric acid at all, but nitric acid is free anyway, so I suppose here we make iron, and at the other one we make steel. Since we do need iron, but I think we have a lot of iron already. I think we need steel from both. This is kind of a conundrum, actually. This is kind of an issue. I'm trying to think of how to make more steel out of this, but I really can't. I think we just need to make this into iron. And start strand casting out iron there. Kind of need to strand cast it anyway. If you don't strand cast, it's going to be bad. Who is sending messages to me? Stop! How dare you? Daniel. It was added before the server XD. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Radiation visualization seems nice. Wait, is it on the server? Okay, well, still, we are making progress here. So, I just want to do this. I just gotta do this. Let's see. What do we need to do? So we need to get this out. We also need to reprocess. So this guy is at the final stage of processing, and you'll see that he's also producing this stuff, which is great. But we also need to get rid of all that stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up like 3 of these on this side, 1 of these on this side. But that's gonna be all for the other things. This guy is just gonna whitelist, and he's gonna output these. Input them into the other thing. This is the easiest one to set up, and I really like coal because it's very easy, apparently. I'm surprised. But once all of that's assembled in these guys, it outputs onto a line right here, going this way. It's going to insert into here. If I can get it there. There we go. That's going to throw all of those on the ground, but don't worry. It's not done yet. Nice. Then it inserts into this guy. He's going to make it all into powder. So now at that processing rate, we should be able to run one every couple of seconds. But I can speed this up slightly. Because I might be an engineer. And I might also be able to speed it up. So I'm going to show you all a little trick. If you don't want to make more speed upgrades for your conveyors because you're lazy, like I am, just use more conveyor ejectors. And this is an example of the Russian technique. I'm literally stealing this from them. Use more of the same machine and less upgrades. Because apparently upgrades are bad, apparently. Now look at that. It is working as I described. So now rotate, rotate, rotate. Build lines that go into this. Absolutely diabolical. But I would recommend this, so we're just gonna go ahead and put in these first. Then we're gonna go nice. Do the same thing here. And then over here, just start shifting that in there. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. Now we're ejecting everything 6 at a time. I mean, it's not fast enough. We need to do a whole stack at a time, but... To be fair, this is probably fast enough to keep up and keep it going at a relatively good rate. It's also producing slag, but the 6 at a time is much faster. We might need to go even faster than this, though, because it is producing quite a bit. Honestly. Well, I can't really get more on this side, but actually... Oh, man. I was thinking for a second there. I might be able to fit another one on this side. But yes, we definitely need a speed upgrade in there. Which completely violates what I said earlier about this being the Russian technique, because this is definitely not, well, if I wanted it to be. If I really truly wanted it to be, it will be so. This is going to be absolutely stupid, but if we go to the other side, they should have the same 3 ports, right? So it doesn't really matter what side it's on, as long as I have a port there. Oh, no, never mind. I was really thinking there for a second. I might actually be able to eject all of that all at once. Except I could still do it, like, on these. Everybody knows where this is going. This is going to be another one of these setups. I'm going to be ejecting everything out the bottom. Oh, no, and the problem is, if any of those grab anything that isn't coal, oh dear. It's going to send the stuff to the wrong way. And that is no good at all for what I'm trying to do. We are trying to accomplish a very specific task with this setup. That task is to produce so much coal that we are producing oil from the coal. In pipe wrench, I have blacklisted pipe wrenches. This is not a pipe wrench facility. There will be no pipe wrench inside the conveyor injection system. I should be able to hook those up right away, because I have 3 right now. Never mind. Don't even try that. But I can do this one right away. Can I? Can I actually? Nope. 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 Wait. Actually, if I get my screwdriver. Yeah. There we go. Speed. Give me all of the shit. Nice. That's actually increased the speed significantly. So now it's getting rid of 8 at a time. But it's still not fast enough because it produces 64. We might just have to go with an upgrade. Honestly, is it really worth this? Or should I should just do an upgrade. I don't wanna though. Man, come on. Upgrade? That's stupid. But we'll need a speed and ejection upgrade. We need both. So that's my next project. Like literally right now, we're gonna go into making speed and ejection upgrades for this. In addition to that, we are going to need to set up the actual output for my drone that I have to set up now. Because, yes, we're going to use the godforsaken drones again. This time, it's going to be worse. I hate drones, guys. I literally hate drones. No. Stop with drones. HBM, please add good conveyor belts. But I think we're going to save that for next time. So, I kind of want to be done for today. I will see you all next time. We'll do the drones, we'll do the conveyor system. We really did a lot today at the setup. We got every single acidizer set up, and we got it looking like it's running. Well, except for this guy. He's not really finished yet, but he will be in a second. And of course, we are producing tons of coal right now. What the heck? See that? That's what happens when you have the wrong ejection settings. Somewhere in this setup. We're not going to do that today, but I'll see you all.